Is what you make it, then sorry. Let's get up in this thing, a thing.
And how this is that hard to understand for
All right. What's up, y'all? What's happening, y'all? Just getting my situation situated. Oh, hold on. Man, I'm hoping this shit is lined up right in my thing. I feel like it's not gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be real big. Let me make it smaller. Getting my formats formatted on TikTok has been really a tough thing because I don't know, TikTok just the way the screen looks is so weird to me. It just does strange things. Okay. Hopefully that's it. We will see. We will find out right now. Fingers crossed. Nah, see, that ain't it. It's almost good enough. Almost. It's like I can't move it over any further. You know? Let's see if that'll do it. That ain't us. I don't know. We're gonna find out. What's happening? We're gonna find out. You know what? Bump it. We'll keep it. Yo, what's good, man? How's everybody doing on the YouTubes? Reach, you been letting the men's in your life watch the videos, watch my videos and see what they think. You wouldn't be the first person. You ain't gonna be the last. You wouldn't be the first, and you ain't gonna be the last. It's a smart approach. Smart approach. I hope everybody is having a great Saturday. Flexibility is big time. Liz, never been this early. Can y'all see the prompt up there? Not y'all on the YouTube. Y'all can see it when you come in. Yeah, man. Thank you, Beverly. 10,000 subs. We got there. We did it. Thanks, Talani. I'm doing good. Just getting started. We ain't even got started yet. Yeah, Brooke. They don't know. They be saying anything. Right, Reach. I feel you. You really don't know. You really don't know. So I advise you not to trust that, bro. Silly of y'all to fall in love with a nigga. Mm-hmm. So we in this thing, man. We in this thing. It's the Sabbath for those still participating in religious services and whatnot. Y'all know what it is. Mm-hmm. But I'm here. Yesterday I had an interesting conversation. What up, villain? I had an interesting conversation. Is that flavored water? Yeah, it's mineral water. Yeah. Thanks for the gifts. Appreciate you. Abdullah, appreciate you, Miss Ness. Yeah, Spindrift is bomb. It got real fruit in it. But yeah, it's just seltzer water. Pretty much mineral water, whatever. Sparkling water. There you go. With a little dash of fruit in it. Tastes the best out of all of those types of drinks if you like those. We old, man. You know, we can't be up here drinking sodas all day. The glasses was kind of cool. Sponsoring the live. Nah. The hell? I wish. I'll take a Spindrift sponsor. Cases of Spindrift. Can you please tell me why you never take me to Mike? What is the reason? Take you to Mike? I don't know who you are, Rainbow. Don't know who you are. That might have something to do with it, though. If I don't know who you are. What's up, Conscious Queen? Poppies. That's the one for the what's it called? The probiotics or whatever. Yeah. So Rainbow's always in the comments asking to come up. Yeah. Yesterday I had an interesting exchange. I don't know if you guys can you guys see the prompt up here? Is that still it? Hold on. Let's do this. I do it because when I switch to this format, you can see it. What up, Lynn? Can y'all see the prompt? Is the prompt good? Everything good? Okay, cool. So, yeah. So basically, yesterday I was on a live. I got on that dude. I don't know if you guys know that guy's name is Benny. Benny. Damn, what's his name? Benny something. His name is Benny something. Hold on. I will. Let me find this idiot. Benny Ray. Yes, Mel. Thank you, Benny Ray. I got on the live. I jumped on the live with Benny Ray. Benny Dust. And let me see. Let me see if I can find his video. Cause I definitely stitched his video a while ago. Never actually looked at my page. That's crazy. Oh man, I don't know if I put his picture up here. Damn, I thought I did. Damn it. I don't know, but he has a video with he stitched a video with like Dana Dane one time, and then I reacted to it. But anyways, I go on his live and he was talking about that woman Drew Afalo, who, you know, she just makes like anti-misogynistic, you know, content from a woman's perspective, and she be kind of clowning men and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I think Drew is harmless. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean that with any disrespect to her. I'm saying like I've never missed anything she said or, you know, felt any type of way about it. Even like trying to put myself in the shoes of like men who, you know, are still in that problematic headspace. I'm like, what is she actually saying? And y'all, like, most of the time she's reacting to men saying stupid shit to her. So I don't know how y'all would ever get mad at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how men are getting mad at her for reacting to the shit that men are saying to her, but whatever. So I'm in the live or whatever, and he was talking about Drew, and he said something about Drew. Drew commented on him, and it really rubbed him the wrong way. Yeah, Drew's not even like, there are way more, like, I would say like extreme women. Drew's not even an extremist. Like, that's what these men don't understand. They don't like the Drew follows of the world. I'm like, wait till y'all run into the real, like the real political, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine running into those women. Like, y'all are gonna run for the hills when you meet those women. You know what I'm saying? Drew was like funny and like keeping it light. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just, you know, she got a whole fucking fiance. Congratulations to her. She got a whole fiance. She about to get married. She clearly still likes men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never gotten the impression that she's a man hater or nothing like that. Which, by the way, I don't give a fuck about women who are male haters. Appreciate you, Nee. I don't give a fuck if you hate men or not. That ain't got nothing to do with me, personally. But you know, apparently it rubbed old boy the wrong way, Mr. Benny. And the thing about, like, well, basically the conversation went left when I started to clock him on how the things that men like him, he likes to act like he's doing, you know, like he's on both sides, right? Like, I call out men too. Like, that was his thing. That was his point of contention. So you know, I'm like talking to him and I'm like, yeah, I don't really care if you call out men. I just want the men to know that I don't care if you call out men just as much as you call out women. I still have a problem with your content, because even that's wrong, right? Even if you called out women and men equally, that would be wrong, right? Because what do women do? Once again, now we got to get back to the whole, like, what do women do? How are women oppressing men? Blah 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 blah, right? Which we always know the answer ultimately is a big fat nothing burger, right? So if you're calling out men and women equally, that in and of itself is a problem, because women and men are not equally contributing to these issues, right? So even that's a problem, but they don't see that. And then they think because they say anything about men in any way, shape, or form, then they are being fair and unbiased. And I'm like, you're not. You're still being completely biased. So basically, I just went in on them and was just like, I was like, you should Rainbow, I will block you. Okay. This is not your life. I don't know if you know that or not. This is not your life. This is my life. I hate to sound like a child, but let me lay down the rules for you. This is my life. I don't have to let you up ever, or when I want to, or whenever you want to. Like, I'll let you up when I want to let you up, if I want to let you up. But the fact that you keep trying to make me let you up makes me think you're like a weirdo and I shouldn't let you up. And that's what the feeling that I got from you this whole time. Right? Sorry. So if you want me to let you up, stop. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing this in public. Like, this, I gotta call you out in public. I was gonna ignore you, but you keep doing it in public. So here we go. But so the thing about that type of that type of shit is like, with the whole, like, like the whole, like, I'm calling out men and women. It's all a ruse. Every single time they say that, it's always a ruse. Because once again, I don't care if you call out men. I mean women. Like, that doesn't. I'm sorry. I don't care if you call out men. Right? Like, why do I care if you call out men? You should call out men. That's bare minimum. The problem is, though, y'all like I said, y'all like to act like, or you like to make it appear like 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 everything is equal, and it's not. It's just not, man. Like, it's not like, women don't equally contribute to the issues, that affect us, right? And that's a far cry from women are perfect. That's the thing that I don't understand, why that's so hard to understand for them. But we can acknowledge that women aren't perfect the same way we can acknowledge that black people aren't perfect. But black people are not their own oppressors, right? When I'm saying, like, we didn't set up this system of oppression, right? We can uphold it. We could, what I'm saying, we could do some things that feed into it, but we didn't create the system. So you can't say, like, you're because we're not oppressing. If we can, black men can oppress everybody in our community, including other black men. Like, a certain group of black men can oppress everybody in our community, right? Or any group of people in our community. No doubt about it. But that's it. That's as far as our reach goes. Just our community, just our block, just our city, or whatever, right? Whereas the other shit is different. It's a whole system, right? Classism, yeah, racism, colorism, all these are all systems. So what do you want me to, like, we as black people, we can't do anything. As black people, we can't do anything about it. Right? So to sit here and try to blame black people for these systemic issues would be wild. That's why I think I would think it would be funny if a YT person kept calling out black people when it came to racism, and they just kept being like, oh, you black, the black people this, the black people that, the black people aren't, whatever. And then every now and again, they just, like, do a little drop of, like, yeah, white people are messed up too. Like I would, and then when we confront them about it, imagine them being like, I call out white people too. It'd be like, but why are you calling us out at all? Like, what the fuck do we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you to call us out? Like, you're my oppressor. I don't ever want to see my oppressor calling me out. That's crazy. Just the optics of that don't make sense. To me, I don't care how cool of a white person you are. What are you doing calling out black people for anything? That's crazy. I don't want to see that. You got to take a different approach. You can address them. You could help us see some stuff, but you can't be calling us out. You better, you know what I mean? Enter through the side door, tread lightly, right? But these men like Benny Ray and John, whatever his name is, the workout dude, like all these dudes, they always like to act like they're playing both sides. And I'm like, you can't. There is no both sides. It is literally oppressor versus the oppressed. What are you talking about? You're playing both sides. That's a weird take to me. I don't understand that shit at all. What up? Yeah, it's not balanced, Yappington. That's why it's stupid.
It is balanced. You just don't like it.
I don't like it because it's stupid. I don't mind things that are intelligent. I don't mind things that are smart. I love them, actually. Stupid things, yeah, I don't like it. You're right. So you're right. I don't like the approach of men oppress women, but let's call out women too. For what? How are they oppressing men? Where's the oppression coming from?
But it's weird because the way in which we conceptualize oppression is really excludes a lot of things. Like you could argue that child abuse is oppression and women do this more than men.
No, they don't.
So what are we talking about? They do.
They don't.
Statistics
don't show that.
That 60% of child abuse is committed by women.
Yeah, and 85%. Hold on. So based on that logic, think about this. Based on the rate in which women actually take care of the kids, they're only responsible for 60%, but they take care of the kids 85% to 90% of the time, right? So that they're under. Hold on, Yappington. Please be quiet. 85% of custodial. 85% of custodial parents are women. The vast majority of the women spend dozens of hours more on they spend double the amount of time with the kids per week than men do. Also documented. So go look it up. Y'all always, you see what I'm saying? Hold on. You know what's crazy? When people like you like to cite, you guys like to name stats off, right? So what you do is you go find a stat. You go find a stat that'll give you that confirmation bias that you love, and you completely stop reading everything else, right? You don't look at the whole picture. But then I'll read the shit that you read and read some other shit, so I get the totality of the picture, right? So what I'm saying is that when you look at it from the aspect of per capita, the rate of abuse, it is significantly higher from men to children, significantly higher. If we let men take care of children to the same rate that women took care of children, it wouldn't be 60-40 men. It would be 99-1. It would be 85-15. It would be fucking ridiculously high. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying.
But that's not actually true because
that is true.
There are actually studies that attempt to account for this, and when they do, they find that the rate is about 55-45, where men do commit slightly more, but it's not to the degree that you're implying. And so the issue is still women still commit this harm.
So I didn't say they didn't.
Okay, it's an issue.
I didn't say it's not an issue either.
So why shouldn't we call out women?
Because hold on, sir. If you want to call out women for the abuse of like you want to make that your plight, like protecting children from mothers, die on that hill if you want to. Because that's basically what you're asking me to do. Because y'all always like to go to, but what about the kids? But then when I really start getting into it, who abandons the kids more? Is that not abusive? Abandoning your child. If you counted child abandonment, which they don't count in the abuse, by the way. If you counted child abandonment, right? When the fathers aren't there at all, when they went out for milk and they never came back, or they went out for cigarettes and they never came back, if you count that as abuse, which it is, right? Then the numbers for men would go exponentially higher than women in that regard. Then when you start to, then when you look unilaterally, right? When you look outside of their own children, because women typically will only abuse their own children, and the number one form of abuse is neglect. But that is because 80, like I already stated, 85% of custodial parents are women, so they're struggling. Like I've seen it. I grew up in that house. I grew up in the house where a woman had to work 12 hours a day.
I'm not defending men's bad behavior. I think
you are defending men's bad behavior because you're trying to conflate the two. That's what you're trying to do.
Men objectively commit all types of bad behavior, but even to your
more
own argument, like even
more
to your own argument, right? Parental alienation is a form of abuse.
You don't even know the numbers on it. Stop moving the goalpost. Stop it.
This is to your point, right? This is to your point. Parental alienation is a
it's
form of
almost
abuse.
not even a real thing. It almost never exists. You don't even you've never met anybody that it's happened to. You don't know what the numbers are on it. It is extremely hard to prove.
What is parental alienation?
Parental alienation is if, for an example, like if I have custody of my kids and I either poison my kids against the other parent, or I like keep the kids away from the parent, right?
This doesn't happen.
I'm saying this almost never happens. It is not. It is so the numbers are so small.
Tell me how you.
Because I've looked it up before. Because I'm not like you. I don't fucking know. You want me to quote every statistic off the top of my head?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
You just said you looked it up. So
I did, but I don't. Hold on, wait. Time out. I'm not Rain Man. I don't remember every statistic. That doesn't mean I didn't fucking read about it. I don't remember a bunch of I don't remember what Kobe Bryant shot from the free throw line in fucking 2002 either, idiot. The fuck are you talking about? But I know he was the best player. This nigga stupid as fuck. What's the exact number of the circumference? Nigga, I'm telling you that what you saying is not a real fucking issue. That is just something that dummies say online every day. I hear it every day.
It is a real issue, and you don't get to say
you've never seen it. You don't even know what it is. You don't even got kids, nigga. You don't even got babies. How the fuck do you even know how any of this? You don't know anything about what you're talking about, Yappington. You're literally just yapping like usual. You don't know shit about it. You don't know about parental alienation. You don't know how often it happens. You don't know what it looks like. You've never seen it before. You've never heard of somebody actually being proven. You've never seen it. You don't know nothing about it.
I've never seen parental alienation.
You've never seen it.
How do you know what the fuck I've seen?
Because you wouldn't be talking about it.
Bro, you're a fucking dumbass. Bro, come on.
You wouldn't be talking about it.
What do you mean I wouldn't be talking about
it? If you knew what, here's what I'm saying. If you actually knew it and you understood it, then you would know that it almost never happens. You would know that fucking nobody is doing that. If you were a parent, you would know that, by the way. Like if you fuck the stats and all of that shit, because I don't even, hold on, Yappy. Hold on. Stop. Fuck the stats and all of that shit, right? All of that aside, and I normally don't like to do that in these conversations, but I'm gonna do that right now just so we could have a better understanding. As a parent, what you're saying doesn't make sense. As a parent, the only time I've ever seen any parent, but mainly it'll be a woman, protecting is keeping the child away from the father, is to protect the child. It is 99% of the time, it's to protect the child. Like I've never not seen it to protect the child. Because the woman said that the father was abusive.
No. How do you know that most of the time women are keeping their children away from the other parent to protect them? You just said you don't even know the prevalence of the issue.
I don't know the what of the issue.
Statistics.
I do know the. What do you mean? I just don't remember the exact number. It almost never. I remember this about it. It almost never fucking happens. That's what I got from what I read. Oh, it almost never happens.
Almost never happens if you don't know the statistics.
Because that was this nigga stupid as fuck. That's the takeaway. I read it wasn't just a fucking flow chart. It was a whole breakdown of it. And when the thing that I took away from it was, oh, it almost never happens. And I was like, all right, cool. So why are we even talking about this? I bet you don't know the number. Why you laughing? What's the number on it?
I don't.
So shut the fuck up. So shut the fuck up. No, hold on, wait. I want you to understand something. You brought it up. I didn't. So you brought up something that you don't fucking know about. You hold on. Let me hold on. Let me get this straight. You brought up something that you didn't know about. And then when I called you on it, was just like, yeah, it almost never happens. Now you want to flip it on me and be like, what's the numbers? You don't know. What are you talking about? You brought it up though, dummy.
You brought up parental abandonment and said that
parental abandonment is a real thing.
Right, and that it's not included in abuse statistics.
It's not.
I agree. I agree with this, and I brought up parental alienation,
which is some bullshit, and you don't know about it. Hold on.
No, but parental, no.
So you don't know about it.
Alienation.
So what's the numbers on it, Yappington? What's the numbers on parental alienation, Yappington? What's the numbers on it? What are the stats?
Let me talk.
No. Nope. Yes. What are the numbers on it? What are the numbers on it, Yappington? What are the numbers? I'm not listening to you try to gaslight me. What are the numbers on it? You brought it up. You brought it up. Hold on. You brought it up. What are the numbers? You laughed when I said I don't fucking remember. What are the numbers?
Listen to me. The whole point of me bringing up parental alienation is the fact that it's a form of abuse that's not included in abuse statistics.
And it almost never happens. So what? But it don't happen. A child abandonment happens way fucking more. Do you? Okay, look. Let's cut the shit. Let's cut the shit. Hold on. I'll make it simple for you since you just want to obfuscate and make all these dumbass points. Is from what you know or what you think. Hold on. What you know or what you think, Yappington. Which one happens more? And I mean leaps and bounds more. Parental alienation or you don't have an idea. So why the fuck are you yapping about it then? If you don't have an idea, what was your point in bringing it up? I am listening.
I'm simply saying it's not included in abuse statistics.
But if it were included, sir, hold on. You're missing the point. Let's include it.
I did not.
Let's include it. Let's include it in your you tell me. You make your best guess. Make your best guess. Hold on, Yappington. Stop. I'm telling you, just calm down. This is what I'm trying to do. You tell me, how often do you think that parental alienation happens? To what percentage of children do you think it happens to? You ain't got to be right. I promise you, I'm not. I'm just asking you for a common sense, like guesstimation. How often do you think it happens?
If I were guesstimating, I'd say like 15 to 20%.
Okay, so you think that parental alienation happens 15 to 20% of the time. Okay, how often do you think that child abandonment happens?
I'd say it depends on the community. Amongst the broader American populace, I'd say 24%, 25%. But
okay, so you think there is only a 10-point differential between child abandonment and parental alienation, first and foremost, which is wild. Secondly, you even by that metric, if you included them both, child abandonment still washes out the other thing, the parental alienation. Bro, nothing. Now, see, when you get cooked, you try to pivot. Stop. I did. That was your point. Your point was to bring up. Hold on, Yappington. Hold on. I'll help you out. You brought up the point to try to pivot. Hold on, brother. I don't know why you keep doing that. It's stupid. You brought up the point to try to pivot, right? When I brought up child abandonment, because we know that that's a real fucking issue, right? You was like, oh shit, I got to do something to get out of this. Then you pulled the safety latch, and the safety latch was, but parental alienation, which you have no fucking idea about. We just both established that. You have no clue about parental alienation. So you tried to use that as a way to push back against child abandonment, right? Now I'm asking you, hold on, I'm not done yet. I promise you, I'm almost done, and you can respond. Hold on, be quiet. So that was your purpose for bringing that up. But I even just acknowledged right now. I mean, I even gave you the opportunity to just make your best guesstimation, right? You said, and it's more for child abandonment, but whatever though. You said that it's about 24, 25%. versus 15 versus 15 to 20%, whatever it is. So no matter what, child abandonment washes out parental alienation. So there was, to me, it was irrelevant. But furthermore, and lastly, you're just wrong. It is not fucking, it don't happen 15 to 20% of the time. You've never seen anything that said that. That's how I know you've never read about it. So I didn't know why you brought it up. Right? Why would you bring up something that you've never looked into?
I literally told you why I brought it up. It was not to deny child abandonment. I know child abandonment happens. I never said it didn't. I never even spoke to its prevalence. I simply brought it up because you
then
said
why bring it up?
Child abandonment. You said child abandonment isn't included in abuse statistics, which I agree with. Mm-hmm. I'm also saying that parental alienation also isn't included in abuse statistics. So if we're going to talk about what's not included in abuse statistics, we have to include them all.
No, we don't. Go ahead, Liz. Yes, Liz says she looked up the stats. Hold on, Yappington. Hold on, Yappington. Be quiet. Go ahead, Liz. Tell us the stats on child parental alienation. Okay, you're gonna have to interpret this. I don't even know what I'm reading because I can't read the whole thing. You're muted.
Sorry, my mic was muted and I was talking to myself.
You're good.
So when a father alleges alienation, and there is no abuse allegations on the side of the mother, right? Like, so she's not accusing him of abuse. She loses custody 35% of the time. When she does allege abuse, she loses custody 60% of the time.
It goes up.
Meaning that when a father uses the alienation as a defense against her abuse allegations, he is twice as likely to gain custody over her versus when he just alleges alienation and there's no abuse. So accusing a man of abuse in court when he's defending with alienation makes a mother twice as likely to lose custody.
Indicating that the parental alienation is actually happening. What are you talking about?
This nigga stupid as fuck. That's what he got from that? That's amazing that's what he got from that. Hold on. That's amazing that's what you got from that. That's crazy. Go ahead, Liz. Hold on, let Liz finish. She's not finished yet. That was wild. That was wild.
The striking findings of the study was the fact that, like, courts are now using, because this is such a weakly defined term, courts are now using, like, when there is abuse and it is credible, like the courts acknowledge that the abuse has taken place, they will still say, well, yeah, but you're alienating the child. The child still has parental abuse, parental alienation syndrome, whatever that is. Which means that kind of debunks the entire theory, because how can parental alienation in and of itself as a concept, like,
it's weak.
That there is no, like, you can't have both things at the same time. You can't have abuse and parental alienation, because if there is actual abuse, then it's not alienation. That's just the mother protecting the child.
And if she didn't do that, they would lock her up. If she didn't if she didn't protect the child from an abuser, they would lock her up. They would throw her in jail.
Right. So the fact that they're using both things disproves the entire theory. Because it's not alienation if she's protecting the child. If she's actually being abused, if there's actually abuse going on in the home, it's not alienation. She's just protecting the child. So that in and of itself, completely.
They put 5 on Yappington's head. They said 5 for laughing at your own stupidity concerning. 5 on him.
Sure, but your own statistics are suggesting that the courts are not finding the alleged abuse.
That's not what's happening. That's not what it's saying, sir.
Hold on. You said when.
Damn, this nigga's stupid as fuck, man.
You said.
God damn.
In the cases. Oh my God.
I can't imagine somebody being this dense. Like, I talk to people who are less articulate than you are, but even they'll shut the fuck up and actually try to understand stuff at sometimes. Like, you're not making any sense.
You won't even let me talk.
Because this shit you're saying is stupid.
If you're so confident, let me prove my stupidity.
You've done it before. You proved your stupidity several times already.
No, let me prove my stupidity
Go.
right now.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you're saying that these courts, when women allege abuse, okay, can you repeat the statistic exactly what you said?
So when the father uses alienation in court, like claims alienation in court, he loses, the mother loses custody 35% of the time. When he alleges alienation in court, when there is DV accusations involved, the mother loses custody 60% of the time. So that is twice as often. So when there are abuse allegations, the mother loses custody twice as often.
Right, and
we're talking credible abuse allegations.
Alleging abuse.
So allegations where the court acknowledges that abuse exists. Not ones where it's not known.
That's not what you just said.
That's literally what she just said.
The court is not acknowledging that the abuse happened. You're saying that these women are claiming the abuse.
That's not what she said, man. Jesus Christ, this motherfucker don't listen.
So you're telling me, oh my fucking God, y'all don't make any sense.
She just listen again. Say it. Hold on. You need to listen again. Because she just told you and you didn't fucking hear her after you asked her to repeat it. So you gonna listen to her? She just told you exactly what she said. Tell her again. Tell him again, please. Liz.
Okay. When there is a credible abuse allegation, the mother loses custody.
I'm sorry, Liz. Hold on. Explain to him what credible abuse allegation means, because I think that's a disconnect.
For the purposes of this study, I don't know. But like, you know, I don't know how that would be.
What the fuck are we talking about? Oh my God. Like,
I don't like
what you're saying. What you're saying is that when women accuse men of abuse, which falsely accusing men of abuse is a form of parental alienation. So what you're saying is that when women go to court and they accuse this man of abuse, but you're not saying that it's true either.
It hasn't been proven. What hasn't been proven or disproven, Yappington.
That's literally the point. So if a woman is accusing a man of abuse and that man is claiming parental alienation and the court is finding 60% of the time they're granting custody to the men, that indicates that
hold on. Can we wrap our let's put our heads together. Let's put our hold on Yappington. Let's put our heads together. So, what do you think they mean by credible?
Abuse that's founded, that actually happened.
Okay. So, 60% of the time, when the abuse actually is substantiated, it goes up. They give the child they give the kid to the parents, to the man 60% of the time. When it's not substantiated, hold on, Yappington, we're almost there. Hold on. We're almost there. The other 40% of the time, when it's not substantiated, doesn't mean it hasn't been disproven, though. It just means it hasn't been proven. That's the difference. That hasn't been disproven. They just haven't proven it yet, right? But in those instances, the father gets denied custody 40% of the time. So make that make sense. How does that? Basically, what I'm saying is, what I'm getting a lot of things from this, but to the parental alienation thing, it doesn't behoove women to use parental alienation. It doesn't benefit them. It doesn't benefit them to really do it. It doesn't benefit them. Hold on. It doesn't benefit them to do that. Hold on. It doesn't benefit it doesn't benefit them to do that. It doesn't benefit them to do that. And B, it's not a real fucking thing. Because, like I said, even before Liz got up here, what I said was if the Yappington, please. What I said was when that I'm not making up nothing. What I said was when that before Liz came up here and shared the stats with us, what I said was that you can't. It's not parental alienation. If a woman is protecting her child from an abuser, that is not parental alienation. That is her protecting her child from an abuser. That's what it is. That is not parental alienation.
A real thing. Yes or no?
No, I don't think parental alienation even exists, to be honest with you.
Asking Liz. I'm asking Liz. She brought up the data.
Real quick again.
Like, just tell me, is parental alienation a real phenomenon?
Like, okay.
Yes or no?
No, it's not.
Yes
so
or no?
Disputed
theory. Liz, is parental alienation a real phenomenon?
No.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking Liz.
No, okay, so this is like a sort of more simplified article on it. This article explains how it is a disputed theory based on a lot of science.
This is the article I read.
and that its definition has like completely morphed over time to contradict itself, like I just explained.
Mm-hmm.
And that increasingly, as courts realize this, they are abandoning it as a thing that is able to be a defense that's able to be used.
Parental alienation is junk science, like what are those lie detector tests are? It's like the same thing. Like, and I will, and you know what I will say? I got to be completely fair about this. Because I did a live on this talking about parental alienation. I read this article and I think I did the live like shortly thereafter. But the funny thing is that I think parental alienation exists from father to mother, but not from mother to father. Like from mother to father, I don't even know what the fuck that looks like. But from father to mother, oh yeah, I've seen that shit before. I've seen the dude get the baby and be like, "Yo, mom's such a bitch," and she Yappington, shut up.
You don't think it exists?
Hold on, shut up.
Now it does exist.
So I think that hold on, Yappington. Damn, this nigga. Man, I wish. Never mind. So what I'm saying is that I don't think I think that the way that we determine, because Liz just pointed out that the definition changes and has morphed into some bullshit the way that Yappington is using it, right? Because he don't even know what it means. But I definitely 100% have seen men get with the babies and then tell the children like the most toxic shit about their mothers, like crazy shit about their moms. And I remember when me personally, Yappington, shut up, bro. You got to get it together. So Yappington, be quiet. You're not your point is, brother, I want you to understand something right now. This conversation that I'm having, it is well beyond whatever you brought up, because hold on, I want you to know that your point that you tried to bring up initially has been blown out of the water. Like it's over. It's done.
Said parental alienation doesn't exist.
The way that you define it, the way that you think it exists, it doesn't exist. You give the definition of it.
It's just when
no, stop muting them, y'all. What's the definition of it?
Parental alienation is simply when a parent who has custody of their child attempts to poison the well against the other parent. They don't have to have custody.
They don't have to have custody.
Okay, sure. They don't have to have custody, but basically the idea is one parent attempts to poison the well against the other parent in regards to the child.
Yep. And I've seen that from fathers to mothers, and the way that but in court,
you've never seen it from mothers to fathers.
Me personally, I've never seen it from mothers to fathers, but I have seen it from fathers to mothers. You've never seen it.
Conversation with it doesn't exist. Now you're saying it does exist.
The way that you were trying to define it and describe it, nah. Nah.
Yappington, a question real quick. Yappington. So do you think that if abuse is actually happening, if a mother is actually being abused by a father,
that does not constitute parental alienation?
Exactly. So then how come
I'm not speaking about those cases. I'm speaking about the cases where there's no abuse.
Courts is exactly where it's used. So like that is like
right,
what
but the
it is a concept for.
The statistics
only 15% of daddies is the custodial parents. Like 3% of men actually fight for custody, full custody in the court. So think about that. Like it would take like those 3% of men are using it against them. Like, no, they're fucking not. Like that shit don't fucking happen.
Public. parental alienation exists? Yes or no?
The way that you guys try to use it,
no.
Sir, I'm not playing your fucking binary game because I'm not an idiot like you. The way that you guys are trying to use it, and in the way that you're describing it, no. Because I don't think that women are going into court lying on the fucking fathers of the children and saying like, oh, parental alienation. I'm trying to alienate this man because he's sleeping with my neighbor. Like, that shit don't fucking happen. That shit don't fucking happen. But yeah, do I think that men go to their children, whether they got custody or not, and lie and say dumb shit about the mother? Yep, all the time.
Women don't say dumb shit about the father.
Not that's not true. Bro, I don't think so. I have never seen it. So can you see it? Have you seen it before?
Of course I've seen it.
No, you haven't. That's why you laughing like a fucking goofy. Of course I've seen it. You haven't seen it. Fake laughs is crazy.
You got it.
I said no multiple times. The man who came up with the idea of parental alienation, the reason why it was debunked was because of the fact that he was bringing it up as a defense to for men
abandonment,
sexually abusing their children, and they were trying to gain custody of their kids. So the idea is that he came up with the parental alienation syndrome to excuse the behaviors, like Liz said. The men who were actually abusing their children, who were taking advantage of their children, whether it be sexually or physically, they were trying to excuse this behavior of the mother protecting their child by saying that she's alienating my child from me, when the reality was she wasn't alienating the child from him. She was trying to protect the child from him. But that's a part of the reason why those allegations usually lead to women losing custody of their children, because before they go to court, they mention the abuse that the children is facing at the hands of the father, and they make the assumption that, oh, okay, well, the reason why you're hiding your child from him is just because you want to, and not because of the actual abuse. The abuse is happening because once they investigate it, and Liz said that multiple times, once they investigate the abuse, they do find that it is happening. But a lot of those women are protecting their children before the abuse is founded. But the parental alienation syndrome, that entire concept that's not a thing. It's not, it was made up to be a lie. Like, that was the whole point in the first place.
Rashida said,
and it's gone off the rails.
Hold on. Zahidi, sorry. Zahida said, here's the other 5 for this comic book villain. They got 15 on his head. Let me read these super chats real quick, y'all. Juniper Roberts said, and he's leaving out sexual abuse, which he never mentioned. Trees Top said, I hate pseudo intellectuals. They can't comprehend broad concepts, so they regurgitate stats with zero context. That's all Yappington does. Beverly Jackson says, how much to add a glossary and these cited but unread studies and statistics to this site, so we can stop having the same conversations. Nah, if we did that, it'll take all the fun out, Beverly. I actually have a spreadsheet with a bunch of shit on there. Not spreadsheet. I have a I don't know what it's called. I got like a folder. You said what? What'd you say, Liz? Yeah, go ahead, Liz.
Can I just say one? Yeah. And just to reiterate, Yappington, I know he's off trying to like disprove what we just said, but like, again, the reason why that this is an absolute just like bonkers concept to begin with is because parental alienation was supposed to be used as like, oh, you're claiming abuse, but really you're just alienating my child from me. And now they're going as far as to say, oh, well, the courts can't deny that the abuse is happening because there's so much proof, like even in those cases. And then they're saying, well, but it's still alienation. How can abuse and alienation exist at the same time? That disproves the concept. But the courts are saying now that both can exist at the same time, which means that like this is a completely invalid concept to begin with, because like it was supposed to be the abuse isn't really happening, you're just alienating. Now both can happen. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and that's why. And for me, that's why I'm saying I've seen men do this, like unwarranted. Like the mom's not a threat, the mom's not nothing. And then they'll be like, your mom's a bitch, and she did it, and they'll just be saying stupid shit about the mom. I don't know how much it works. I don't think it really works that often on on little girls, but I could see it, the misogyny be thick early on for little boys. But also I will say that the reason why parental alienation is damn near impossible, like in real life, like, like if you were doing, is because if you are an involved father or a mother, who the fuck could tell your kid? Like, you couldn't tell my son nothing about me, and he believed, like, you couldn't just lie on me and he'd be like, even his own mama, even his own mother couldn't lie on and convince him otherwise.
That's absolutely true. I was in the car with my son yesterday, and I said, we were having a conversation. I can't even remember what we was talking about, but I said, yeah, you have a really good dad. He was like, no, wait. I don't have a good dad. I have an amazing dad. I have an exceptional dad. I don't have a good dad. And like, even with kids who have really good parents, like, everybody knows your kids is gonna drive you crazy personally. But when it's time to talk about you, if you're a present parent, if you're a parent who is there, who is supportive of the kids, it's very hard to convince kids, even kids who are being abused by the parent. It's very, very hard to convince kids otherwise about their parents, especially without some form of proof. You have to have something to back that up, because kids aren't dumb.
Yeah, and they just, the feels don't be, you know what I mean? Like with kids, a lot of it be like the emotional connection or whatever. So, and it's hard to override that with parents. Like kids don't. It takes them a lot for you to alienate a child from it takes a lot. Like the kid's gonna be like, nah, that ain't right. So my point is if you went to go talk to the, if you went to talk to the child, because that's what I'm sure that they do that in these cases, the child gonna be like, nah, like, no, my dad never, my mom never. I don't know what y'all talking about.
How much money they got on my head?
Juniper Robert said abandonment, Black children 57.6%, Hispanic children 31.2%, white children 20.7%.
How much money they got on my head? I just want to know.
Yeah. So child abandonment is ridiculously high.
Damn, you're not gonna answer?
No,
yeah.
The fuck.
And it's because a lot
of these disparities within the Black community have to do with not only, it's not only social, but it's environmental, it's financial. Like, all of these things sort of tie in together. So even the concept of like Black children being abandoned at higher rates or being neglected or abused at higher rates has so much to do with societal issues and environment, like I said, environmental issues. Like, these are all a part of how oppressive systems work. So even that within in and of itself is very coded. So when you try to add in like the, parental alienation as a form of abuse, like you're talking about a percentage of a percentage of a percentage. Like, that's usually how that's going. And it's meant to discredit whatever it is that women are doing. Like, it's the same game all the time. Women are bad, women are ugly, women are evil, and this is the proof as to why. Never mind the fact that when we look at any other rates of crime, including child abuse and neglect, men still top the list when it comes to those things. But it's meant to draw inference that, these things are happening on both sides when we know that they're not.
That was his whole point. And that's what I was saying initially, was like, why are y'all always like, if we're talking about what men do, it's like, but women abuse kids too. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not saying women don't abuse kids, but that's not even like, men bringing up abuse of anybody is funny to me. Like, I'm saying as a group, not like Yappington person. Like, I don't, you cannot be abusive in your real life to your people around you. That's fine. But like, when we talk about men and women as a class, as a group, no matter the stat, no matter that, it doesn't matter what it is. Men are significantly worse than women in every metric, on every single level. When it comes to negative outcomes, men are significantly worse than women. Abuse, violence, robbing, unaliving unnecessarily, fighting, like every fucking negative thing you can think about. Like, men, it's like men 90% of the time, 75% of the time, 80% of the time.
That's not true.
Women
kill their babies almost exclusively.
All right.
Almost exclusively. 90% of the time. 75% of the time. 80% of the time. That's not true. Women kill their babies almost exclusively.
All right.
That's not true. Women kill their babies almost exclusively. Nah, you made a claim that was objectively untrue. Anyways,
I'm not gonna argue.
Go look up the prevalence of adults who are
are you talking? I hope you're not talking about fetuses.
Behaviors and their impact. It's on science.
Nah, hold on. Are you talking about abortion?
Yes.
No, I'm talking.
No, that's what I was about to say. I don't think he even that dumb.
I'm talking about infanticide. 98% of infanticides are committed by women.
And why is that?
Because women like killing their babies. I don't know.
That's the only. No. Hold on. I'll try. Come on. Okay. And what else?
No. You.
Hold on, nah, nigga. Don't play dumb now. You smart, right? You got it. Hey, you smart. Let's use that brain a little bit. Why is that? You talking about infants specifically, not their children, right? Because when they get a certain age, because you said, hold on, wait. Infanticide are babies within a certain age group. So not all children under 1 year old. I wonder why that is. I wonder why women would be responsible for that crime overwhelmingly versus men.
That's such a stupid point because, like,
that's a stupid point.
It is. It is like you're making an excuse for killing babies, which is dumb.
I'm not making an excuse.
You literally.
I'm making it. No. See, that's dumb. I didn't say that they do it for a valid reason. I'm saying that the reason why it is more, why men do it why women do it significantly more. I'm talking about that, not why they do it in general. I'm not saying like, oh, well, she did it because she's depressed or she did it. I'm not rationalizing why they did it. I'm just talking about why the numbers, why is there such a disparity? And you know that. So why would you say that? That's stupid, right? That's what we would call a straw man argument, right? I never said this is why they do it.
Why do you think there's a disparity?
No, I know why. Why do you think it is?
I don't know. Tell me, please.
Because they spend the vast majority of the time with the kids, Yappington. Duh. What the fuck?
Doesn't make sense.
Nigga.
Make sense.
Now you playing. Now
it's an excuse. It's just an
okay.
Excuse.
All right. So Yappington, why are black people responsible for about 90% of all black unalivings? Do black people just hate black people?
Of course not.
Okay, then shut the fuck up. We know why. Hold on. But you know why. You know why black people are responsible for 90% of unalivings versus towards other black people, right? You know that. But when I say, oh, women are because they have the kids when they're fucking infants, because who has the baby more? The women have the baby 99% of the time when they're infants. If you had a baby, you would know that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you actually had children, you would know why this would be the case. Because if you meaning to tell me for one fucking minute, if a infant child came out the womb and we gave infant children to men, and you once again, it don't even got to be a one-to-one, Yappington. I promise you, it don't even got to be a one-to-one. If men took over 50% more of the child rearing duties from an infant to 1 year old child, hold on, brother, stop talking while I'm talking. You talking while I'm talking ain't gonna never work. So hold on, wait. I'm just trying to help you out. It don't do what you think it's gonna do. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to help you out. Okay. So it's not bullshit. It's fucking common sense and it's math and it's science, right? So we all know why black people unalive black people at such a rate, not at the rate necessarily, but we know why there is no such thing as black on black violence. Right? There is no such thing as black on black violence. There's just violence. There is no such thing as white on white crime. It's just crime. The reason why white people steal from other white people majority of the time is because they live next door to each other. The same reason why black people steal from black people the majority of the time. That's why, right? Everybody knows that. Same logic. When you talk about infanticide, which is terrible, but when you talk about it in this context, man versus woman, father versus mother. Why are the mothers unaliving the children way more than the fathers? It's simply time spent. That's all it is. It's just time spent.
But it is more than that.
I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem.
Psychosis, like women.
I don't have a problem with contextualizing the crime.
Yeah, I got you, BPG. You talking about like postpartum and shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those women are, but it's more than postpartum. Those women are experiencing schizophrenia. They are experiencing
making
excuses. But that's
making
that's
excuses. You're justifying killing kids.
When you're looking at health disparities, you have to look at what is the cause and what is.
We don't care.
Like that's how statistics are made up.
Hold on, wait. Yappington, you don't care about kids. Shut up. Lou said something real quick, BPG. Let me read this. Hold on, Yappington. Hold on. We know you don't care about kids. Lou said 45% of infanticide happens in 24 hours. God damn.
First 24 hours.
The first 24 hours. So 45%. So 45% of infanticide happens within the first 24 hours. And he talking about 99% of it is on our women. Shut the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me go back to the super chat because this was so perfect. Treetop said, I hate pseudo-intellectuals, which Yappington is. They can't comprehend broad concepts, so they just regurgitate stats with zero context. Wow. Crazy. I'm going to go back to that one every time because that shit hit. Lisa Simpson said, the gaslight of the century is how black men deny the reality of black father absenteeism. The same men screaming that black dads are really there are products of absentee dads. My Shiny Star, people like Yappington will ban abortion, but will not pay child support, nor feed or buy clothes for their own kids. Female freedom, what female freedom is what they hate.
I think that they hate the idea of being able to understand. They hate the idea of being able to understand why these things are happening, why these disparities take place. Because the same thing happens when you, and that's why I said earlier, when you talk about systemic issues or societal issues or environmental, anything that deals with oppressive systems, you have to get to the root of it. And it usually doesn't have to do with people doing a thing just because they feel like it. Like that's never the reason why. And if you can conceptualize that the reason why black on black quote unquote crime is happening has nothing to do with black people just don't like black people, then you can also understand that infanticide is not associated with women just wanting to unalive babies. That would be absolutely psychotic. And that would be something that we consider something that the government would deeply look into. And when the government deeply looked into it, they found out that a lot of these women are dealing with severe levels of psychosis. They are dealing with undiagnosed mental health issues because those things can be onset by pregnancy.
I was about to say,
the amount of mental health issues, physical health issues that stem from when you become pregnant. There are women who never have issues with their teeth, who never have issues with their heart, who never have issues with their kidneys or their mind until they are pregnant, until after they are pregnant. So a lot of these things are set on by being impregnated. Once they are impregnated, then now you have those same things being exacerbated. Because if you already have schizophrenia and you become pregnant and your hormones are imbalanced, then now you don't need to add a baby to that. Like adding a baby to that makes it 20 times worse.
I got you, Allie. It just came in right now. I don't know. My cash app been delayed for some stupid ass reason. They paid to drop Yappington. Allie finished off the job. Thank. Shout out to Allie. Mr. Red Pill, what you saying, brother? We could barely hear you, man. Your mic is real low. Try to get that mic situation situated for me real quick, brother. Real low. I don't know if you on like a Bluetooth or something.
Yeah, he was a lot, but I think that he's a prime example in being able to understand and know the signs of abuse well before you actually get to physical hitting. Because he had a lot of them.
Oh, he did. Yo, definitely he did.
He got a lot of them. Not even being able to consent to just being quiet long enough to hear somebody else's point. Like I can't imagine being in person with somebody like that and trying to have a conversation, what that would even look like. Like the level of just unrest is absolutely insane. Like we've encountered some very, weird dudes.
Mm-hmm. He's on another level. And I just want to let you know, any man that talks about women in the way that Yappington talks about women can never convince me that they care about kids.
At all.
You can never convince me of that. So the mothers of the children, fuck them, right? The mothers of the children, whatever, right? But the kids, I love the babies. No, you don't. If you don't love the mothers of the kids, and you don't love the kids. If every single time,
he might have got a call.
Sorry about that. If every single time we start talking about these issues and you want to deflect and start talking about women are just as bad, or what about women? Like, this shit was stupid. The whole thing was dumb. He just kept pivoting and like acting goofier and goofier. Every time he would get clocked, he would like quadruple down in his goofiness and be like, oh, well, that's crazy. You don't even think it. You said it didn't exist. Yeah, I don't think that fucking what's it called? Parental alienation is a real fucking thing. The way that you people try to use it, the way that the men's get on the app and in the world try to use it, I don't think it's a real thing. Like that dude Zeus who be on the app whining about his baby not being there. You are probably an abuser. That woman is keeping that child away from you for a reason. She's not doing it just because you're this brilliant guy and she just is so jealous of you. You seem miserable. Why would she be jealous? You seem completely unhinged. Why would she be jealous? It seems like just based on what I see, you seem like a narc. You seem very abusive. You're a liar. You're a manipulator. Like, he lied to me. He's lied on me and to me several times. And I don't know you. So you have no reason to lie to me or on me. Right? But here you are lying on me and to me? Oh, no, yeah. That's weird.
But men like that, they set the stage for the caste system. I use those words very intentionally. They set the stage because what they want to be able to play in your face, and they have to be able to give enough precedence for you to believe some parts of their stories. Now, the sad part is there are some people who do believe it. They hear the stories and they go, oh my God, that's so terrible. She's keeping you away from your baby and blah, blah, blah. You know, they will just listen. But when you start to ask questions, because that's the way, if you look up how to combat a straw man argument, one of the steps that it tells you, I think it's the first step that it tells you to combat a straw man argument is to ask clarifying questions. If you notice, every single time you start to ask clarifying questions, the story starts to fall on its own head. Because if you just ask why, okay, but what? Okay, but who? Those questions usually reveal the intent behind, okay, why are you telling me this story? Why is she keeping you away from your kid? She had a little issue because, you know, I slept with this girl. Oh, okay. When did that happen? Well, the baby was on the couch and me and the girl was on the chair. And it's like, wait a minute. Go back. The baby was where? And you was like, you start to understand and reveal these little things. Like, she had an issue with me telling her that she couldn't wear that, or she couldn't be around that person, or she couldn't do this thing. And you know how sometimes you get so frustrated that you just got to put your hands around her neck. Like, no.
Oh.
That's not
like that dude that was on the Joe Budden's podcast recently. He said, yeah, you know, we should keep our hands to ourselves. You should keep your hands to yourself. I keep my hands to myself. And everybody said, yep, I agree. Then he said, but let me ask you this. If we arguing and I tell you to shut the fuck up, do you think it would be wise to keep talking?
Like, that's the equivalent.
That's Charles Brooks. He literally get on this app every day and making a defense about why it might be okay, possibly be okay, sometimes be okay to abuse women. And particularly Black women.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he do every time he get on this app. But I came up here, BPG, to add to your statement about pregnant women and women who just had babies, because oftentimes y'all know I'm childless. I try to stave off the baby fever that happens once a month while you ovulating. So I go down a rabbit hole about pregnancy, right? To scare myself, be like, ooh, don't do it. And one time I was so deep in this rabbit hole that I found some research about pregnant women and their brain. And I did not know that when you're pregnant, it's not even the hormones, but it's literally parts of your brain will shut down in order to compensate for the other part of your brain that's going to cause you to nurture. So that's why when pregnant women nest, the only thing they can think about is like prepare for the baby, because the other parts of your brain that are associated with like survival, for example, I don't know if that's really the one I just threw that out there, are shutting down to compensate for the parts of your brain that are going to prepare you for the baby's arrival. So that's why they say, and those parts of your brain don't start. It was memory actually, because it explained like pregnancy brain and why women get foggy when they when they're pregnant, is because the part of your brain that is associated with memory, it begins to shut down to compensate for the other parts. And it doesn't begin to come back on until like months after the baby, depending on women, and also other parts of your body that have changed due to pregnancy. Sometimes it doesn't go back, and sometimes like you don't fully recover from a pregnancy till about 2 years after the baby. Like your body doesn't get back to normal.
Yeah, having a baby is an extremely traumatic.
No, it's
extremely traumatic. Yeah.
And you would be traumatized. Truthfully, you could have just called me if I could be honest, because I had my kids back to back. When I had my second son, my epidural didn't work because I had my kids too close together. Like my kids are, I want to say between my oldest and my youngest,
7 years.
They're almost 2 years apart. And then between my middle child and my youngest, they are 15 months apart. My epidural never actually got out of my system. So when they tried to give me an epidural for my second son, I could feel everything when I was pushing, but I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't feel my legs at all.
It'll numb, it'll fuck up like half the body, and then the other half will be that's a known thing.
I could still feel all the pain, all the contractions, but I couldn't move my legs. My legs were literally like falling off the table. With my youngest son, I always had every time I got pregnant, I always had severe kidney issues. But with my youngest son, I had a kidney infection so bad that it sent my body into shock, and I had a 104-degree temperature. When I went to the hospital, they told me if I had waited just a couple more days, that I probably would have unalived, because I was in shock so bad that I thought that I was cold. So I went to go take a shower. I went to take a hot shower because in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm just cold. I just need to take a shower and warm up. When I got out of the shower, I literally started shaking uncontrollably. So my husband had to take me to the hospital. And I was in the hospital for like a week and a half. Like these things these are very common things. I don't know any woman that has ever had a normal pregnancy. Like there's no such thing as a normal pregnancy. And for a man to make up the excuse that, these women out here commit infanticide because they just want to unalive their babies. No, if you have never been pregnant, if you have never given birth, if you have never had to be in a house with either a newborn baby or a whole bunch of kids and a newborn baby, you have no idea what that life is like.
And BPG, my point in saying that was you telling me that parts of your brain shut down, and that nature is not perfect, that sometimes nature won't shut down the wrong part or won't damage another part within pregnancy. And not only that, but women don't even have to be pregnant. Literally, my body tells me once a month to get pregnant. My brain will try to convince me it's time for you to get pregnant, girl. Come on, like go smell a baby, like once a month. Like
I don't want that brain.
No, literally, like my ovulation is so bad that my body will be like, "Oh, girl, don't you want a baby right now? You know what? It sounds so good right now."
I'll move out if my wife told me that that's how her brain was acting. I'll move out every month. I'll leave for a week and just come and visit while she ovulating. I don't even want to be nowhere around her because, we ain't never have another kid. If that shit happen, hey, y'all gonna see. I'm probably gonna go bald within a month. Like I can't do it. But hey, real quick, I would like to talk about the actual prompt at some point in time. I do like hearing baby stories and pregnancy stories. They're always fascinating. He did, but yeah, he's long gone now. So I definitely want to get to the prompt. I'm sorry, Kay, you wanted to say something? I know you were trying to. No, I'm not getting a vasectomy though. Go ahead, you can go. Okay.
No, I was saying
did somebody summon a postpartum nurse and a mother who is also on antidepressants? Raise your hand. But we can move on. But I just definitely thought that yapping to he was very out of touch. He was getting on my fucking nerves and upsetting me and my homegirls. So I'm glad they dropped his ass.
They dropped him on his head.
To answer the prompt, ain't no woman leaving a man who is meeting her needs. Ain't no woman leaving no man who taking care of business and meeting her needs. Hell, ain't no woman leaving a man who paying all her motherfucking bills and cheating on her. Okay? Like, it takes a whole lot for a woman to just leave a man. So I really need men to be so fucking for real with this idea that the 70% of women who are filing for divorce are doing so because they fucking woke up and felt like it. It ain't happening.
You know what's funny?
But men out here.
Oh, go ahead, Kay. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, but men out here cheating on and dogging out women who cook, clean, take care of the kids, go to work, suck his pickle, ride it from the back. Like they really out here cheating on the women who doing all that for them and then some. Because they a man.
Hold on. That's crazy. With this, I gotta get this situation situated real quick. We're gonna get Mr. Pharaoh. You can come up. Would you like to join? Mello said women leave men all the time. They do. But not good men. Women do leave men all the time. I agree. I'm not denying that women don't leave men. I'm just saying women don't leave good men.
They leave men worth leaving. You know what stands out to me? Men don't even have to fit all the boxes. Like all the stuff that Kay said was true, but they just fit one. Women not leaving. If you're a man who pays all the bills, but you cheat and you beat, you still get to stay. If you're a man who you know how to put it down in the bedroom, but you don't pay no bills, and maybe so every so often y'all get into a little tussle, you still get to stay. If you're a man who just tussles, don't pay no bills, and don't put it down, you still stay. Like there are so many stipulations around how men stay, and it always makes me think of the Jackson 5 movie and how long that lady was with that man. And truth be told, well before she ever got to the point of finding out that he was cheating, which obviously we know she found out well before in the movie, before the movie said. Mm-hmm. But he was there that entire time, terrorizing their whole family. They was fighting for their lives financially. All he did was impregnate her all the time, and she still stuck beside him. He wasn't a good husband before he even got to the point of cheating, and she still stuck with him. You don't have those same stories of women.
Mello, I would love for you to speak on this. Pharaoh too. Pharaoh said that we are oblivious. What are we oblivious to, Mr. Pharaoh?
I was asking the question, are we oblivious? I never use words to attack, but...
No, I'm saying, are we oblivious? No, we're not oblivious.
Is that from experience and from what I see and what I've been on women panels as well that talk about certain aspects of how men can grow, certain aspects of how women can grow.
I don't know what that means.
Women panels that women admit that they've left good men. So I just like that in its own self of being in panels that a lot of women has admitted it. I just can't sit here and just agree. You know what I'm saying? That's just my input. That's all.
So you said that you've experienced it personally. What do you mean by that?
I feel like everybody has passed up on that good person. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. So when I say I've experienced it personally, I'm just talking about like a younger mindset. You know what I'm saying? Me being a good person, doing certain things to grow as a man for the queen, you know what I'm saying? Or to become a father figure or be a family man, you know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of aspects and situations where women leave good men and vice versa. Men leave good women. I just can't sit here and say there's no women out here that leaves good men.
Oh, I didn't say none, because this doesn't say none. This just says women. So women in general. So I ain't never. Oh, wait. I agree. Most women don't leave. I mean, I agree that there probably is some subset of women that have left good men or will leave a good man or whatever the case may be. I agree. This is talking about most women. You think most women are leave? You think most women when they leave, they're leaving good men?
No.
Okay. So what am I missing? What are we oblivious to?
Because the statement was, "There's no woman out here leaving good men." That statement in its own self, I didn't agree to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I said that, then I apologize because that's not what I was saying.
It wasn't you. It was somebody on the panel.
Oh, okay.
That was talking. Like that's all I'm saying. So
gotcha.
I don't know why am I getting a pushback from me literally agreeing that.
Can I ask? Let's ask.
You can't sit here and say there's no.
Let's ask the women. Let's ask the women up here. BPG, do you think there's no women that leave good men ever?
You know what? I want to say, yeah, actually, I've never seen a woman leave a good man. Mm-hmm. Usually when that woman leaves the so-called good man, you find out stuff about that man that ain't all that good in the first place.
Yeah, but do you think that it happens?
Some that exists. I'm sure it's some that exists somewhere. I'm sure.
Lynn, do you think that men leave? You think that women leave good men? Like,
no, I don't.
You don't think any woman in the history of women has ever left a good man, or you don't think they leave good men at all, ever?
No, I don't. And let me explain. I think that if a woman left a quote unquote good man, she left him because he wasn't a good man for her. If she felt in her heart that that man was a good man, then she wouldn't have left him. And if she comes back and she later on regrets it, that doesn't mean that she means it. She might just feel like she can't find nobody better, and she still is not genuine. And I think that man is a good man. I don't think that women out here leaving good men, and for him to come up here clocking absolutes and come up here and say the absolute, because he said, everyone has left a good person and they like
passed up on a good person.
Yeah. So like, don't come up here clocking absolutes and then use an absolute, because I never left a good man. But guess what? A good man done fumbled me. I mean, a man done fumbled me, a good woman, plenty of times. So yeah.
What can I say this though?
Mm-hmm.
It was one more woman up here.
Yeah, go ahead. Let Kay go in and then you can respond, Pharaoh. I got you. You got it. No, you good.
But no, I'm with Lynn in that what she said, I 100% agree. But also with BPG, I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen a woman flat out leave a good man. I'm talking about down to the bone. This woman said to me, "Girl, he met all my needs, but I just can't do it." You usually find out later on that he was a fucking asshole, and she was just putting on that he was a good man for everybody else. Like, she didn't want to be embarrassed. She didn't want to be the one looking like she made a mistake. So she endured certain things in the relationship, whereas we all thought he was good, he was up to par, but he really wasn't behind closed doors. So a lot of women do that to save face. They will stay with men that other people might think is good. Like, oh, girl, he a good man. Like, bro.
Nobody can tell you if a person is good for you but you.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I've never personally seen it not be the opposite of like what I just said, her coming back and saying, girl, he didn't want to help me. He didn't, like, I was paying all the bills. Like, that's the kind of shit I be hearing after the fact when you thought this man was so good. But sis was just saving face. Okay,
so I disagree with that good man. I mean, that's an absolute. I'm not willing to. I think obviously it happens, right? But have any of us seen that? Probably not. I've never seen it. Pharaoh saying that he's heard women admit to that. You know, well, I've never heard a woman. I've never heard a woman openly admit to leaving a good man, and I've never personally seen it. But just based on my, just like, reality, of course, like women are people, you know what I'm saying? Definitely there's nowhere near as many women doing that shit. But of course there has been women, and there will continue to be women who has a man that is treating her right and doing all the things or whatever, but she's just not a good person. Women, there are some women who are just not good people too, and they step out or they leave or whatever the case may be. Definitely a good man. I'm saying that the woman defined him as a good man to herself. She thinks he's a good man. Not what we think. I'm saying that there is there are women, right, who will deem their man a good man to in their mind and cheat on him, like or leave him. To say that's never that's fucking wild. Like, come on, y'all. We can't do that. That makes, to me, that makes the whole argument look terrible in my mind. To say it's never happened, like, come on, we can't do that. That's wild. Of course it's happened before.
But like, Pub, if she felt the need, if women feel the need to cheat, women don't cheat like men cheat. Men cheat just for the fuck of cheating. Like,
I'm not
don't cheat. Like,
Lynn, I'm not denying that most women cheat for different reasons, but to me, this ain't that hard. Let's not speak in absolutes. To speak in an absolute is wild. That's all I'm saying, right? We can all agree on that. To say it's never happened, to say women never cheat just because their vaginas got wet and they just wanted some new peen, you know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever, like the same way men cheat, like, that's crazy. Like, of course it's happened. That's all I'm saying. Like, this shouldn't even be like a point of contention. We should just be like, yeah. Like, you got to concede. I'm saying we got to concede those points, because when you don't, it makes it gives them like fodder. So don't give them no fodder. It doesn't make any sense to me to argue that. It's cool just to be like, yeah, no, some women do that, but that's not the point. Our point isn't that there's no women out there doing that. Even more so, there's not a significant number of women that are doing that, right, Pharaoh? Do you think a significant number of women are just leaving their good men?
I don't agree that most women are leaving good men.
A significant number.
Yeah, I don't agree. I don't agree to it. Like, that's what I was trying to get out before, I guess. You know, a man get up and then just quick attack. Like, I didn't choose to come up. Like, I was gonna. No, I know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The reason I came up because I was invited. I set up on my feelings, on my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say all women. I didn't do none of that. Like, I'm just giving my opinion.
Nobody's attacking you. Nobody's mad at you. We just having a conversation. But I wanted to say to the men on the panel that if a woman cheats on a man, most of the time, even if the man is a quote unquote good man, right? Like, Lynn would call him a good man, and I would be like, I want to be with him. That woman feels her needs are not met. Even if he a lame ass nigga, and I don't like lame ass niggas, so I'm tired of him. Or, oh, he's too corny, or he's too nice, or I like the bad boy. Then that woman don't think that he's a good man, because he's not hitting the mark for her. And men need to be more okay with that. I feel like men have this thing in their head where they're like, oh no, I need to make her like, she needs to like me. She needs to see that I'm a good, it's like an ego thing. But if a man, like, for example, I've heard men on this app say, I married my wife and she's a 6. If I scroll past TikTok and men think that's okay, they're like, oh yeah, cool, bro. Like, yeah, I get it why you would marry a 6 or a 7. If I scroll past this app and I heard my husband say that I'm a 6 or a 7 on a panel full of men, leaving. And they're like, oh yeah, I get it. I'm leaving.
That's divorce.
You don't think that? Yeah.
That's divorce papers.
Men be okay with that.
Mimi said,
you should say, even though you barely like him.
Mimi said most men will never admit he was the bad man. Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm not denying. I don't disagree that the majority of the time, I would speak for the vast majority of the time. Yeah, but once again, that is the whole debate. That is what men are saying. Men are saying they're trying to act like what you're describing, Lynn, is applicable to the majority of women, right? Run that poll again. It wasn't only like 23 people participating in it. Right? The vast majority of women are out here just like leaving men, even though the man is like a decent man. You know what I'm saying? He's a good man, right? For all intents and purposes.
And that's still not true. Right?
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah, and then real quick before BPG go, the fact that men think that women should stay with them in a marriage even if they unhappy, because y'all love saying that. Men be unhappy in marriages all the time. That shit ain't no flex. It's not the flex that y'all think it is. If I scrolled on this app and I heard my husband say, I'm unhappy with my marriage, but I'm staying out of duty to my marriage. Oh,
men don't be unhappy. Men don't be unhappy in marriages. Men be unhappy in their own fucking skin. It don't be the marriage. It's it's them. They're unhappy because they're unhappy, right? So they can never be satisfied. That's the problem. They can never be satisfied. You can You can give men all the money, give the men access to the women, all that stuff. They'll never be satisfied. So it's stupid to act like, oh well, it's the I'm just in this unhappy marriage, as if the marriage is the thing that's making them unhappy. It's not the marriage. It's everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because most men want the marriage and they want to be able to still be single and be free and live their lives and, you know what I'm saying, and flirt with the women they want to flirt with or whatever the case may be. Mello said you got videos on your page about this. Be more specific. What do you mean by that?
All I was saying, Pub, is how everybody's algorithm is set up different.
Mm-hmm.
I get tons of videos where women will just be on there and they'll be like, you know what? I had a good guy, but he was boring or blah, blah, blah. You know, he never cheated on me. He paid all the bills. And I just thought it was something better out there. Didn't realize that once I got out there, he was a really good guy and I screwed up. I get videos like that all the time. So that's nothing uncommon.
It is very uncommon. So it's still uncommon. Just because you get all those videos doesn't mean it's not. You see what I'm saying? Just because you get all those videos doesn't mean that it's common. It just means you commonly get those videos. And I love that you started off talking about the algorithm and then just pivot and I guess you didn't understand what that meant. When we talk about the algorithm, it is what the algorithm is that is what you want to see. You like that content, right? When I see those videos, I instantly scroll past them because I'm like, this is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care, because I know that that's not the reality for the vast majority of people. So I just push past it. You want to believe you want to believe it's common, so you engage with it because it gives you confirmation bias, and then the algorithm picks up on that. And the algorithm doesn't protect you from your own self, right? It just feeds the beast. So if you want to hear a bunch of women get on the app and start fucking saying the thing that, makes you the thing that reinforces your worldview about women, it's gonna feed you that. It's not gonna clock it and go, damn, we probably shouldn't feed this fucking terrible addiction. You know what I'm saying? Of trying to demonize and vilify women. No. We shouldn't do that. We should just, we should show them some other stuff. They're not going to do that.
But public, not for nothing. Why do we get on this app acting like there are 8 billion people or more in the world and that everything you see on TikTok represents the majority? And all 8 billion people ain't even on this app. So unless Mello got 3 million videos of 3 million different women saying that, that's still wild work.
He got I
see a lot of these videos.
He got 15, and he think it's everyone.
Right, he got 15 or 20.
He got 15, 20 videos. He talking about it's every woman. Like, so. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
So just to pick at y'all brain to just get a better understanding.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm hearing is basically like a good man is subjective.
Of course, that's why I put it in quotations.
So wouldn't you think that a good woman is subjective to the man?
100%. 100%. Same thing. It goes both ways. But men will have a woman that they think is good. What I'm saying is that overwhelmingly, men will have a woman that is meeting all of his needs. Right? She's a great mother.
She's trying to pivot. It's just a good question.
No, it's a question. No, I respect it. No, don't read the comments, Pharaoh. It's us up here. I don't know nothing about the comments. So she's a good mother. She's showing up for him in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? All the things, right? Whatever makes you feel like that's your partner, that's your whatever. Those same men though will turn around and cheat on that woman, right? Or leave that woman, right? But cheating is leaving. In my mind, cheating is leaving. It's the same shit. That's why I put it up there like that. Somebody said it's different. I don't think it's different. I think it's the same fucking thing.
It's the same thing.
So men will cheat on that woman, and if you were to have a conversation with him as to why, it won't have anything to do with his wife. He'll say he'll admit, he'll be like, I love my wife. Right? You never heard that before from most of these men that be cheating. Oh no, I love my wife. They will not be like, man, she's such a bitch. Oh man, she be cheating on me. Like, it don't be that the vast majority of the time. I'm not saying that never happens. I'm saying the vast majority of the time it ain't got nothing to do with that. I love her. That's my boo. I've been with her since college. I've been with her since high school. She held me down.
Yeah, makes sense.
Then why did you cheat? Oh, I just needed, nigga just needed to step out. I messed up. I slipped and fell. I tripped, fall, and slipped into some vagina. Like, it's like, what? What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. But when you flip that around for women, when a woman cheats, to Lynn's point, the vast majority of the time, it'll be connected to something in her. Like, yeah, my husband, I never see him. Yeah, my husband has never made me come, and he's never even asked me if I came. My husband has, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's usually connected. It's like and it doesn't make it right because cheating is wrong. Don't get me wrong. You dig what I'm saying?
The point you're trying to make, I definitely get it.
Yeah,
it makes sense. I pay attention to these different panels just to understand like people's thought process. You know what I'm saying? Women's thought process and men's thought process. So that's the reason why I asked that question.
Yeah. They asked the pose is, do you think women leave good men? About 18.92% said yep. 81.08% said nah. Go ahead, BPG. Oh, hold on. Let me read the super chat. Mrs. True Teller said, women take a lot of abuse, so any woman who actually leaves a man is always leaving a horrible man. Damn. That's deep. Nia said, is Mello saying that women are being accountable? You can answer that. Mello, are you saying that women are being accountable? That's a great fucking question.
I was going to say, absolutely. There are some women out there that if they make a mistake or if they know they've done something wrong, then yeah, they'll fess up and be like, yeah, I jacked up. I had it better, but I decided that something looked more interesting, so I went that route.
So shouldn't that be the story? Why can't that be the story? That women be taking accountability?
Because, I mean, public, there's men that take accountability for their screw up.
Where? Where?
Judge Mathis.
Yes, you're right. Judge Mathis. And then go look at, hold on, time out. Hold on. I'm sorry, I got excited. Judge Mathis. I'm so happy you brought Judge Mathis up. That's one man, right? You said you've seen tons of videos of women holding themselves accountable, right? Okay. Now, Judge Mathis did it. And go look at the responses to Judge Mathis. Go look up Judge Mathis, Google whatever, not Google it, on TikTok, type in Judge Mathis, and then look at all the stitch videos of Judge Mathis and how the men are responding to Judge Mathis. Do that. And let me know that men are out here taking accountability for. I got a video, Justin Blue. I stitched a video, or I did a reaction video to Justin Blue saying about he was responding to Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis is saying it's his fault. It's my fault. You shouldn't abandon your wife. You shouldn't leave your wife, yada, 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 right? Cool. Justin Blue takes that and goes, he interprets that, and his interpretation of that was, a man can't win. See, when you out chasing money and you making money for all of your kids or whatever, they gonna say, oh, daddy wasn't here. But when you there, and if you broke, they gonna be like, daddy ain't making enough money. That was what he got from that. Well, I'm like, wait, that's not what Judge Mathis was saying at all. Corey Holcomb, another one. So for every one Judge Joe Mathis, 10,000 niggas is gonna push back against that shit, right? When a man takes accountability and says, and trust me, I live this every day of my life. When the men take accountability for the things that men do, right? Either whether it be me personally or generally as a group, men like Mello will come up here and push back. You are the proof that men actually don't take accountability, Mello. Because how many men are saying the things that I'm saying versus how many men are saying the things that Mello is saying? If you had to guess, like what, like, do you think that 90% of men think like you, Mello, closer to you or somewhere around in your vicinity? 99%? Like, what percentage of men are like, men need to take accountability for X, Y, and Z, and we are pretty much the reason why all of these bad things are happening? It doesn't make women perfect, but men are the reason why the systems are the way that they are and the reason why the oppression exists and so on and so forth, right? When I say that, I got a whole, niggas fucking hate me. I get hate mail. I get threats on my life for saying that. And then you just said that women make video after video after video taking accountability. Then when we pointed, then you tried to say, well, men take accountability too. Where? Where are all these men at? I bet on those videos, I bet anything, Mello. On those videos that you're talking about of those women that are taking accountability, if you look at them, you know how you can see all the Stitch videos. If you click on that little icon on the bottom right corner and you go through, you won't see 2 women stitching that video talking about this lady's a liar. This man was horrible to her, and he probably was beating on her, and that's why she really. I bet you won't see no woman stitching that video, putting words in that woman's mouth, trying to make it seem like it was still that man's fault. Not one on all those videos. But I know what you will find. You will find a bunch of niggas like you sharing the video and stitching the video, nodding next to it. You know them dumbass splits when niggas be doing the little split videos, dumbass split videos, and Mello pointing to her like doing this shit.
Listen up, ladies. Watch this.
Doing that stupid shit.
But I think that Judge Mathis is, I'm glad that he used Judge Mathis as an example because he's the poster child for how men take accountability. Because Judge Mathis said that because I stitched the video. In the video, he makes the point to say that he was not attentive to his wife, that he was traveling more, and he was focused on making money and being with his friends and golfing trips and all of these things. And hunching other women.
I know he didn't say BBG, but come on, you know that man.
He said he hesitated a lot when that man asked him that.
He did not answer that question directly. He didn't answer it directly.
I could see why people would think that, but you know, and the funniest part about that is he was taking accountability, right? About how he leaves his wife and how he's not spending time with his wife and how he's not present for his wife. That nigga was in the airport when he was getting interviewed.
Hey, he had that ticket in his hand. He said, like I've done. I said, nigga, if you don't take your ass.
He was in the airport.
In 4K, BPG. In 4K.
When he said it, he wasn't with the wife. He had literally just written. That lady sent him a text and said, "I'm leaving the keys under the mat."
Hey, he said when I get back home, I'm gonna fight for you, baby.
Let's just talk about this when I get home. Just wait till I get home. I'm supposed to be there in a minute. That's the accountability that we talk about, and I think that it's crazy because that can be the poster child for men. You can still have a man who's blatantly flawed, who is playing in your face and ours. He's playing in everybody's face saying that he wants to fight so hard for his marriage, and he's in the airport saying it. Like that, men can do that. But when it comes to women, I think that it's okay to say that this does not exist with women in the same way that we say that nobody has ever captured a whale. Now, you know somebody has because they got aquariums. Georgia Aquarium got all kind of animals in it. You don't know how they got them animals, so you know somebody did at some point. We know that some women somewhere have done this thing, but it is literally the same as capturing a whale because when women do these same things, like you said, you have these videos of men stitching it. Listen up, ladies. See how these women be doing you? I knew it. Women cheat more than men do. See, women don't have social currency in cheating and lying to men because when they do, they lose family members, they lose friendships, they lose jobs. Women lose just about every aspect of their being. They will lose their kids if they cheat on a man. Me and my husband have seen women who have done their husband wrong. And the crazy part is they have done their husband wrong as a reaction. And they still end up
it don't matter
similar situations as men who have done 20 times worse. So it's not a matter of whether or not women do this or not. Is it happening enough where there is the same level of like social mobility that's happening with women that's happening with men? And you just can't say that that's true. It's not true.
Mello, do you really think that men take accountability for dogging out women? As much as hold on, let me ask it in this way. I'm sorry. Do you think men take accountability? Do you think more men or as many men take accountability for dogging out women versus women dogging out good men?
Well, look, I'm gonna say no, just for the simple fact you still gotta have a certain mindset and somewhat have a deep core of integrity for you to even take accountability. You know, it either has to be in there or You either have it or you don't. So there's not a lot of people to me. And which you specify men, I specify people because I've experienced some bad people who just are no good from the core. And I include men and I include women.
So you deflecting. So you think that women, look, bro, you can't have it both ways, fam. You can't. You cannot bring up all of these videos of women taking accountability and then say it goes both ways. It was an actual trick question for you. You're supposed to answer it directly and say, no, men don't take accountability like women do. I see women take accountability all the time because I just got done telling y'all that. So that lets me know that you actually are, like, you're not seeing how biased you are. You don't think you're biased. You don't think you actually want to believe these negative things about women. Clearly you do. I mean, to everybody else, but even in real time, you're not seeing it.
Here's the difference.
Okay.
Do you remember the very first thing I told you?
No.
When I got on here, I told you I got raised in that environment that had player aunts, where I watched my aunts roll brothers up there and just do them wrong. Just do them wrong. And they just sit there and laugh at it. Just put me to the side. This how you got it. This how you got to treat them. This how you got to treat them. I actually watched this. So I watched.
Good for your aunties, nigga.
I watched them hustle men. So therefore, they even showed me this. This how you can tell when a man is unhappy in a relationship. They said, look, people, look how he followed behind his wife. Look how she runs him. Look how she tells him what to do, and he don't say nothing. He just follow behind her. He said, so that stuff, pub. When I'm out, I just watch people. I watch their reaction. I watch their moods. I watch how they interact. And so there's a lot more that goes down behind closed doors, but you need to really know what to look for. And which I can say there's the same thing with women also. The only difference between women and men is women are a lot more communal. So some of them are more verbal and vocal. Men normally just keep their little feelings to themselves and they don't say nothing. They just kind of keep it in.
This nigga Pharaoh.
Mello, do you think your aunties and your whoever your family members are the exception or the rule? Because for every one of your aunties, I seen 10 niggas carry on like that and say stuff like, this how you gotta treat a woman, this how you make a call you. Don't call her for a couple of days now. If you want her to cook for you, just go in there and sit at the table. She gonna come right in there and cook for you. Shit like that. So for every one of your aunties, which I love them, they my heroes, cause fuck y'all. It's 10 men who carry on like that.
10? Hell no.
We want the name.
Way more than that.
Not only that, y'all. Oh, you said we want the name of the aunties.
You want the names because I want to do my Black History report on the aunties.
On the aunties, for real. But not only that, Kay, but y'all sit on this app every single day. And y'all sit here and y'all tell women like me, the single women, shout out to my married friends, I love y'all. Y'all be like, oh, the men in y'all DMs, the men taking y'all on dates, they don't really want y'all. They just want to have sex with you. They don't really want you for real. They don't want nothing good out of you. They don't be good men. They don't want nothing from you. So if I hear men, and I'm gonna believe y'all. I really believe y'all when y'all say the men who take me on dates, the men who in my DMs, the men who offer to take me on vacation and pay for this, pay for that. I believe the fuck out of y'all. They do not really want me. So why not? If this man don't really want me, but he want to play a game with me and try to manipulate me, why not get a bill paid? Why not get a purse from it? Why not get a vacation from it? Like, why the fuck not?
Because
y'all sitting out here saying that 95% of them don't want me. Well, shit then. I ain't gonna want your ass either. Then let me get what I can get out of you just like you trying to get what you can get out of me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Shit.
Dainty Doe said, this for you, Mello. Ask him if his aunties unalived any of those men. That's for you, Mello. They want to. Dainty Doe wants to know if your aunties unalived any of those men.
Not that I'm aware of. That's a funny question.
Okay. You got to.
I want to personally know if when y'all have these red pill ideas, do y'all get Pekino at the end of the month or something? Like, is there a prize? Is there a reward? Every single time these like red pill ideas enter the chat, y'all always fit the same exact. Y'all always know women personally who do these things. Y'all are always the exception when it comes to fatherhood, when it comes to being a husband, when it comes to being a man who has been around, you know, the lowest of the low women. And that's the reason why you have these ideas. But y'all also don't empathize with women who have developed some form of like, I don't want to say disdain, but caution around men for their experiences as children. Because when women talk about, oh, well, my dad was like this, or my uncles was like this, or the men who told me to stay away from men and, you know, books before boys. I don't know who else was taught that, books before boys, because boys bring babies. That's what we was told by men constantly as children. Now that we're of age and we share these experiences, 9 times out of 9.5, men who are red pill will always say that that's the trauma speaking, that's what that is. And I find it very interesting that when it's time to talk about women and it's time to talk about what they do or don't do, that we know they don't. We all know they don't. It's always, I had an auntie, I had a sister, my baby mama, my wife, and we're supposed to be accepting of that. I want to know what the incentive is.
The incentive is niggas like to lie.
A win is a win.
That's what I be thinking it is, because what else is it? It's the worldview gets challenged, right? I gotta believe that the reason why I'm bitter and the reason why I'm lonely and the reason why my baby mama left me or the reason why I don't have access to the women that I feel like I deserve is because of the women. That's a part of it. It's because of the women. It ain't because of me. It's because of them. They fucked up. They're terrible. They just don't see my value. They just don't see my worth. What up, lovely? They just don't see my worth. Whatever the case may be. I'm a good man. I don't cheat. I don't beat. I got a job. I watch my kids sometimes. You know, whatever it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Hey, definitely, Lux. Let's get the likes up, man. We got to get the likes up over 100,000. We've been on this thing for too long. 2 hours, 89,000. That's wicked. But that's what I be getting from a lot of this stuff. And like BPG said, the incentive to lie is just to to protect the ego and by the
code of man.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Kay. That's the way that the cult protects itself, right? The ego is the cult. The cult is the ego. You see what I'm saying? So your whole
it's like a group ego. Like
yeah, your whole persona and everything is wrapped up in the cult. It's wrapped up in the cult. You get your they define you. They give you your worth. They do like right. It's all it work. So if BPG says something about men, that's an attack on your ego. So you defend it personally from a personal aspect, from a personal aspect. So Mello will come up here and say, well, I've seen videos of these women. And he'll say, my aunties, he'll throw his aunties under the bus. Paint them out to be SWs. He don't care. He don't give a fuck. As long as it protects his ego. He know his aunties ain't gonna ever see this. He know nobody in his family gonna ever see this and clock it. So it's it's worth it. That lie is worth it for him. It's just weird. Go ahead, Mello. Go ahead. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let him respond. Hold on, go ahead.
Now you see, that's where you and I will actually just divide, because I don't have to step up here and lie. I'll come up here and tell you my experiences that I was exposed to, that I got to sit there and watch as a child growing up. So don't call my integrity like that, because I'm built way different. I always told you that.
No, I will call it a lie. And the reason why I call it a lie, Mello, is because in the face of logic and in the face of truth, you will still deny it. Therefore, I know you're lying.
public, what have I denied? There's a group of men out here that are horrible, that just degrade women, talk about them, do all kind of acts to them. You will never hear me deny that. I haven't denied that on any panel I have ever been on.
Yeah, but that's low hanging fruit. But wait, Mello. That's low hanging fruit. You do realize that I don't care about that. You know, I'm not talking about the worst of the worst men. Like, I'm not even talking about the worst of the worst men. I'm talking about regular men, fella. I'm talking about the average man, my guy. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you had and you just did it again. You know, I'm not talking about the worst of the worst men. And of course it's easy for you. What man? What type of man do you look like? What type of man would you be? Like the song says, if you got up here and defended unalivers, smurderers, rapists, of course you're not gonna do that. That is low-hanging fruit. But when I just talk about the general deceptiveness of men, you go, oh, but women do the same thing, which is a lie.
I say the general deceptiveness of people because
exactly, it's a lie.
I've seen it.
Hold on, but Mello, but it's a lie though, and the reason why
it's not a lie.
It is a lie. The lie isn't that you haven't, Mello. The lie isn't that you haven't seen it. The lie isn't that you haven't seen it.
Can't be a lie though.
That's not what I'm saying, and that's what you try to hide behind. That's the lie. You intentionally want to stay ignorant so that you can keep falling back on, well, this is what I've seen. So you're willfully ignorant, which is
you're willfully ignorant because you base everything on your personal
I don't
experiences.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Hold on, time out, y'all. Hold on, Lynn. Hold on.
Hang on. The one thing I've heard you say, and you said this a couple of lives ago, you said, I haven't had those experiences that other people have had, even dealing with like bad women. You have said that, so therefore you're dealing with a different set of experiences that you can't even justify or say anything about them because they haven't come across your face yet.
Yeah.
So you don't have that mindset.
Yeah. So let me. So let me tell you. Let me hold on. Let me tell you what I was saying. What I was saying was, regardless of my personal experiences that I've had with women, right? The things that I'm talking about are studied and the vast majority of the time statistically proven to be one way or the other. First and foremost, all I was doing was acknowledging that a part of the reason why I may be going so hard sometimes is because me personally, I've never had these experiences that men talk about, or and here's the real, I think, also closer to the truth. What it also is that I've had experiences with women. I've told stories about how women lied on me. Like I said, I've been lied on a few times, and women said that they slept with me and we didn't sleep together. Right? I've had women lie to me. I've had women lie to my face. I've had women attempt to deceive me and or deceive me. Right? No doubt about it. But the difference is that I didn't take that experience and blow that shit out of proportion and say, oh, that's all women. It didn't confirm what I already thought of women, because apparently I didn't think that of women, right? Thank goodness. I didn't, for whatever reason, I avoided that. My brain didn't make that connection. I never, when my girlfriend, my high school sweetheart, went to that boy's birthday party, right? Which was our friend, by the way, our mutual friend. She went to that dude's birthday party, bought him a present, went there and talked to him. And they've come to find out they had been talking on the phone together and yada, yada, yada. And we broke up for 2 weeks. I didn't turn around and go, see, that's how all these women is, and hold on to that shit for 40 fucking years and talk about the girls in high school, which a lot of you niggas do. I didn't do that, right? And so I was just acknowledging. It's funny how you trying to, like my girl Kay say, you trying to spray me with my own tea, but in reality, all I was doing was just acknowledging that I could have a blind spot. I was just acknowledging that. I'm saying, like, I could have a blind spot. I could be going extra hard because I'm like, what are you niggas talking about? I also could be going extra hard because I think you niggas is lying. You trying to use that against me is wild though, because I'm not like y'all. I actually don't use my own anecdotal experiences to explain the state of men and women. Wouldn't that be weird? My own anecdotal experiences, my limited information, my limited knowledge That's crazy.
I just want to say, it's funny that Mello, you come up here and men come up here and y'all be like,
they got 10 on Mello.
Y'all say, I'm a good man, right? While at the same time trying to one for one statistics that are very much so Googleable. It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. You know for a fact, every man on this app knows for a fact that women are not unaliving their ex-spouses at the rate that men are.
Mm-hmm.
That women are not sending men to the hospital at the rate that men are sending women. Y'all know that women are not doing the same type of abuse that men are. A woman, an Olympian, just got burnt alive.
By a nigga that had a wife. By a nigga that had a wife.
That shit ain't happening.
That was his side girl. He did it to his side woman. Not his main woman. He did it to his side woman. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The most dangerous time for a woman to leave a domestic violence relationship. I mean, the most dangerous time for a woman in a domestic violence relationship is when she's leaving. And y'all don't sit up here and y'all don't talk about that. And instead of, and it'll be cool if y'all don't talk about it, but instead of coming up here and saying, that's fucked up, we need to come up with solutions. Y'all get up here, the good men get up here, and y'all be like, you know what? But women be abusing men too.
Yep.
I know a girl who slapped her boyfriend one time when they got into an argument. And we like, nigga, women are being alive when they trying to leave relationships. And the good men come up here and defend those men. Y'all run cover for the bad man.
Go ahead, Mello. Mello asked, where did the domestic violence conversation come from? She was just making that point that whenever we talk about this stuff, right? Y'all act like it's a one-to-one. Like no matter what we say, we're talking about domestic violence. Not only will men say women be abusive too. Now y'all saying women are more abusive. Like what? She's just saying that the good men, like Mello, right? The perceived good men, the men that think they're good, and I ain't never did nothing to nobody. I did just my own personal experiences. Y'all get up here every day and lie on women. And then run cover for dangerous men. And then when we lump you in with the dangerous men, you go, wait. Oh, what you mean? You the problem. You just as bad as these niggas is. If you ain't done it yourself, why are you defending them? I don't understand. Let me read the super chat. Danny Doe said, 10 on Mello. I asked that question because no men were harmed in his aunt's hustling, but that is not the case when men are the ones in control in the relationship. Most times, women are physically harmed. You can respond, Mello.
You know what? That's one of them things I just let go over, because if two people, a man and a woman, get into an altercation, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to end good for the weaker party.
Okay.
Because it's just a physical, strength different thing. No man should ever put his hands on a woman unless he's trying to save his own life.
Okay.
You know what? And that's how I look at that. I will never advocate domestic violence because I've been through that. But Mello, you don't advocate. Hold on. You don't advocate for domestic violence.
What you do is you come up on the panel and you go, when women are talking about their lived experiences, right? You will go, well, I was DV too. It ain't that bad. It go both ways. That's the type of shit you be saying.
You have never heard me say that was not that bad.
No. I know.
DV, SA, all of that is bad, no matter where it's coming from.
Listen to what he just said, Bob. He said, women, I will never advocate for domestic violence. But in a situation when two people are fighting, it's clear that obviously the weaker person is going to get hurt more. That's advocating for it, sir. You're running cover for it, sir. Because I obviously, if you know that you are the stronger party, why are you even getting into the physical altercation? I am a trained fighter. I can break another woman's nose. So oftentimes with one hit, and I'll be gone before she even gets the chance to hit me back. So oftentimes I refrain from getting into physical altercations with women because I know I can seriously damage a woman. I can break her nose in an instant. Before she even finishes her sentence, I can break her nose. One hit her clitoris, I can sleep a woman. But I oftentimes avoid that.
Hey, am I weird because I would pay for that? I would pay to watch that.
Yes, you are, dear.
Damn. All right. I was just asking.
The other part that is the advocating for it is the deceptive language. Because when you advocate for deceptive ideas and deceptive language, I don't think that people realize that they are also advocating for DV. Because when you start to omit details, when you start to just blatantly deny the truth or exaggerate different details, which that's what that both sides argument is. That both sides, it's bad people on all sides. And I believe that all people are deceptive, even though you know that when it comes to violence, when it comes to SA, when it comes to assault, when it comes to manipulation, when it comes to theft, that men all top those numbers. Like, that men top those numbers. And instead of admitting, like, this is happening at an alarming rate when it comes to men fitting the description of who that is, but choose to go, well, I mean, women can do it. Women can be deceptive too. Mm-hmm. Women can cheat. Like that's when it becomes
Mello keep doing the it's a people problem.
It's not.
That's the same thing. That's what we talking about, Mello. Stop saying it's a people problem. It's a man problem. It's a man problem. It's a problem that men overwhelmingly do. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. Anybody can unalive. You know what I'm saying? Like, not anybody, but you know what I mean? Like, anybody is capable of unaliving another person. You're right. But why is it that 98% of the time it's a man doing it? If it's a man doing it 98% of the time, then isn't it a man problem? Isn't it something that men need to solve? You pointing out one time I saw my auntie do something to him. It's like, okay, we get that, but is that the norm? Is that, like, let's be fucking for real?
To me, it's like, I don't know if anybody else saw the video of the little girl who unalived her cousin. I think the age gap was like 12 and 8 or 10 and 8 or something like that. And the little girl had smothered her cousin to unaliving with the pillow and then, like, tried to cover it up or whatever. But it would be like me using that example to be like, see, sometimes you got to hit these kids because you never know what they're capable of. Like, you never know what these kids got in their back pocket, because some of these kids out here, they be crazy and they do this and they do that. If I use that as an example for why it is I should use some form of corporal punishment against my kids, right? I mean, it would make sense if you're going to use that example, but you know that isn't representative of the whole. You know that that's not happening in every case. You know that that's not a representation of across the board how children are behaving. But when you use it as an excuse to go, well, I mean, yeah, there are parents who hit kids, but sometimes kids be deceptive too, or sometimes kids be manipulative too. It makes whatever it is that you're trying to quote unquote support, it negates your support of that thing, because it's telling people that, oh, well, this is happening on both sides, so these people have equal force in these situations, when you know that they don't.
You can respond, Mello, if you want to.
You know what? We can sit here and act like this you want to. I speak off what I've been exposed to, what I've seen, what I read, what I hear. Okay? I've seen men do a horrible stuff. I heard about men doing a bunch of horrible stuff. And somehow that needs to be caught, captured, and made better from a certain point in time. So we can stick at it on that point. I don't have no problem sticking at that point.
What was the relevancy of that response to what BPG said? It didn't have anything to do with what she was saying.
Because basically, to me, how I get everything that really goes on, and even how you kind of put it out, Pub, is that men
do a bunch of horrible stuff, in which you will never hear me deny that. But I don't turn a blind eye to what anybody does, because people do horrible stuff. Yeah, even if it's 90% of it, that's men. I'll still say 90% of men do horrible things and 10% of other people do horrible things. See, I look at it that way. I don't just blanket it and blame it all on one exclusive, gender or however you actually want to put it. That's
it's literally Shan's live coming to
people
fruition.
Do horrible stuff.
But it's literally Shan's live coming to fruition. Y'all compare yourself to the worst of the worst is not a flex. Like,
it's so weird.
Comparing yourself to the worst of men will make you look like a good man. But why would you be comparing yourself to the worst of the worst? That's stupid.
Also, I want y'all to look into what butt means. It bothers me so deeply when people say, I believe this, I support this, I would never agree to that. But, it literally negates just about everything you said before the butt. Because when you say, yes, I believe that men are doing this thing, and even the 90-10 ratio, that is insane. I don't understand.
What did he say? I missed that part. 90-10 what?
He was saying that 90% of men are committing these acts, but 10% of women are. And it's like to constantly live in that state where men will openly admit that 90% of these things are happening at the hands of men and 10% of it is happening at the hands of women, but it's both sides. It's not both sides. It's not like the way that a lot of dudes paint women. It's like Sparta. It's like the 300. It's like men are, a big, huge army of troops, and they are being defeated by a few women in a corridor.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's always happening. And I don't know how it makes sense unless you're also openly admitting that women are stronger, more meticulous, more intelligent, more built for leadership, more built to be warriors than men are. That's the only way that logic actually works. But since y'all love to talk about how men are naturally leaders and all of these, it just doesn't make sense. I don't even know. It's very exhausting. It's very exhausting.
I felt that side.
I hope you did. It is. It's so easy because even I saw a live the other day where somebody was talking about women's speech being as dangerous as men's hand and the harm that could do. And just to even think about the male ego being as fragile as the female body is what? What does that mean? You think that physically harming me is the equivalent of bruising your ego?
Yeah.
That's insanity. I wouldn't want to live in that space. I wouldn't want to even be able to convince myself to be in that space. I don't see how y'all do it.
Me either. No idea. Y'all, yeah, man.
Especially because how the male's ego is the reason why so many women are unalived by men. That's the reason why the femicide rate is up so high. And the fact that y'all can't even take accountability for getting the ego in check and saying maybe we need to get together with the coalition, the group of men, whatever y'all call the cult of men, and talk about how our egos need to be under control. It makes y'all easy targets for women like me, and I'm gonna just say
that. What's up, Kasim?
Chilling. Just listen.
What you want? What you come up here to listen? You can listen from the comment. What's good with it, man? You want to add something or what?
Not in a minute right now, no.
Oh man. Come up when you want to add something, man. I got people, it be people waiting, brother. I be, you know what I'm saying? You know how I go. I want to get the people up that got something to say. This ain't the panel to be sitting around just chilling. Where Penelope at? Her shit cycling.
Penelope.
You don't like Penelope? She be up here cooking, y'all. What up, Six Figure?
Hey, y'all. Happy Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Same to you.
Thank you. So, Mello, are you there?
He there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got a couple questions for you. So, let's say everything you're saying is true. Like, your stance is 100% worthy to rally around. How does it benefit you? Does it help you get more coochie? Does it help? We got probably about 300 women in here. Does it help you get a little slide in the DM, a little conversation?
Which one of those did you want to answer?
Either one.
Both.
Man, from the time I was 13 years old, I've never had a problem. Always been an athlete, always had a mouthpiece, ended up getting financially successful. I've never had an issue. So it's never been a problem. Next question.
And the lie detector determined that was a lie. Okay, so my other thing is this. Because I remember the day when men actually, even if they were simping, they were simping for a good cause. I remember the day, if they knew it was going to be 50 women in a room, it was finesse time. It was like, you know what? Let me talk my stuff and get a little, the way y'all fight so hard against being in alignment with women is wild to me. But anyway, my other thing is this. You talk about your, you say your sisters or your aunts? I can't remember which one. Your aunts. Okay. So do you think your aunts woke up one morning in 5th grade and said, ooh, I can't wait to get 18 so I could become a city girl. I'm going to take these Negroes for everything they got. I cannot wait till I get 18. Do you think that's what happened?
You know what? I never really asked them about their past and how they fell on that journey, where they was doing whatever they was doing. So that's a good question.
Okay, so let me help you out. If what you're saying is true, which I feel like that lie detector, but anyway, if what you're saying is true, it's a trauma response. No woman grows up to be 18 and say, I want to be a city girl. I want to be a 304. I want to go out there and take these men for everything they got. No woman grows up to want that. So if they decided one day as an adult, say, you know what, I'm going to just go out here and do my thing. It's a trauma response. It's because the men that were in their lives proved to them that they were not worthy of them. And 9 out of 10, every time they attempted to be or just demonstrated that they were good women and was loyal to them, probably to a fault, they turned around and treated them like crap. You get what I'm saying? So for you to use that argument like, oh, women are just this, women are just that. No, they're just reacting to the BS that they experience.
I could sit there and say men are just reacting also. So
to what?
Your point?
To no. What are men reacting to, Mello?
To their trauma from somebody dogging them out.
And who is that somebody?
Some woman they dated back in high school, elementary school, college, somebody that broke their heart, and now that man is angry running around dogging women out. I could say that same thing. You could say that. And here's exactly, remember when I already laid all of this out for you? I'm thinking you're not listening. So the thing you're talking about is a man. You are, how old are you? You seem older, but I'm 42. I don't think about high school. I don't think about what some girl did to me in high school. I don't even think about what some woman did to me in my early 20s. That's crazy. I'm 42. It's 20-something years later. Who fucking cares? So if you use that as an excuse to start to abuse women, how does that justified? Because the thing that women do, when you say women are reacting to the abuse that they receive from men, they typically don't turn around and start harming other men. What women do is they start to avoid men altogether.
But men, when they get abused by women, in your case, right? The men that you're, whatever this fairy tale fucking fictional bullshit world where men are getting abused by girls in high school. When that happens, those men use that as a justification to further abuse women. And you're saying, you're acting like those two things are the same, like, oh, women do the same thing. Once again, lying, because that's a lie, and it's a lie, right? So you're lying for harmful men. You're justifying what dangerous and toxic men are doing. Exactly what you said you don't do, you're doing it right now in 4K.
No, because she came up here and she tried to state why women do what they do. All women don't have to be abused in order for them to say, I'm going to use my beauty to my advantage.
That's not the same thing.
Whatever I can. Yes, it is.
It's not. Using your beauty for your, how do they use their beauty to their advantage? How do they use their beauty to their advantage? What? Because she just said women don't grow up thinking like that, but there are. Sir, answer the question. How do women use their beauty to their advantage? What does that mean? What does that look like? No, Kasim. Not yet. We watched a movie called Players Club. Nope. I want you to tell us, how do women use their beauty? Sir. That was a fucking script club. Wouldn't it be warranted in a script club? So in real life, not in a movie, in real life and not in a script club where it actually makes sense. How do women use their beauty to get what they want? What do you mean by that? And how does it hurt men?
It hurts men if you're the man who she really doesn't want you and she's really out of your league, but maybe you're successful. You have.
So how is she out of your league? Kasim, stop. How is she out of your league if you have a lot of money and that's the thing she wants? You're not out of her league. You guys are in the same league.
Because you have like a also, depending on the way you look, you have a certain league of people that will be attracted to you because of your physicality, and then you also have a certain amount of people that will be attracted to you because of your resources. So you do have kind of a dual attraction.
Mello, seriously, like, let's be for real. All you're talking about are gold diggers and men who date gold diggers. Men who date gold diggers know that they're dating a gold digger, right? I know you've never dated a gold digger because you ain't got enough gold. I've never dated a gold digger. I ain't got enough gold. Most men ain't never dated a gold digger in reality, right? But gold diggers know the men that have gold. The men who have gold know that they have in real life, if they didn't have money, like I just saw yesterday, I just saw a picture of 21 Savage at the beach. 21 Savage is 3 months pregnant, but got arms skinny as a goddamn the rope on a charger, right? It don't even make no sense. He looked crazy, like a snowman, right? There's nothing attractive about 21 Savage. And before somebody say he's cute, he's not. Let's not even play that. He's rich and he's successful. He's a rapper. He has a lot of other things going for him, but he's not attractive. But he's wealthy and he has status. We all know that there are many things that will attract people. One of them being status, one of them being money, right? And people, men or women, are attracted to status and money. Most people are, right? So if a 25-year-old, if Mello, if you ever have access to a 25-year-old woman, I'm telling you right now, she don't like you. I'm just gonna save you the pain and then whatever. She don't like you. Okay? She likes what you can provide for her. We all know that. Why would a 25-year-old woman date Mello? It makes no sense. Right? Why would a 25-year-old woman date Kasim? Y'all are not those dudes. Me either. Why would a 25-year-old woman date me? I'm 42 years old. What sense does that make? Right? I'm sure she's dating me for my resources. I'm just not gonna play dumb about it. So that still doesn't hurt the man, by the way. Even if you buy into that, it don't fucking matter. You still get the woman. What do you mean? You still get the woman. You know, the great example of this, Sheer 7. Shira 7 is the woman you're describing, right? Apparently, Shira don't like James. If you listen to her content, she really don't like that man. I'm just basing it on what I've seen from her, what I've heard her say, and what I've seen from her. I do want Chipotle. Yeah, I do want Chipotle. So Shira 7 says though that, and it was funny because she said this, and then I saw a video on a study that was done on this. So basically, women who are basically when two people are in a relationship, a man and woman is in a relationship, typically the healthiest outcomes of a relationship is when the man is chasing the woman, right? So whatever that means to you, physically, I don't care, whatever it is. When the man is chasing the woman, the relationships, they end up being successful, because even when they're unequally yoked physically or whatever, that woman will still do the work in the relationship the vast majority of the time. Like, she ain't gonna cheat, she ain't gonna abuse. She may not like him, but she's still gonna do the work in the relationship. She's still gonna lay down with him. She's still gonna take care of the kids. She's still gonna cook, clean. She's still gonna show up in the relationship. But if you flip that around and the woman is chasing the man that man that is getting chased will not show up like that woman would, right? So when women, so your whole premise doesn't make any sense. Scientifically, it doesn't make sense. It's okay. An attractive woman dating a man with a lot of money, it is what it is. Get over it. I'm not mad at anybody. I don't care. She made her choice. He made his choice. You are stupid if you think, look at yourself in the mirror. Listen to the level of conversations you have. Look at your level of education. You're not that well read. You're not that cool. You don't got cool points. You don't have much status at whatever it is. If an attractive woman she don't like you for you, fam. I'm just gonna be the bearer of bad news. This is for any brother listening. If that girl is trying to get at you, she don't like you for you, Kasim. You got a gray beard. If a 25-year-old girl walk up to you, she don't like you for you. She think you got some money. She think you gonna provide a lifestyle for her. She something, but she don't like you because you a cool nigga. Go ahead, man. I just gotta be real, because y'all be pissing me off with this pretty privileged shit, acting like pretty women, they just using their beauty to attract men. If men weren't so enamored with, because you good. If men weren't so enamored with beauty, if men weren't so addicted to beauty and consuming beautiful women, then they wouldn't be able to be manipulated, Mr. Mello. Have you ever thought about that? If you didn't objectify women, it'd be almost impossible for you to get manipulated by a pretty woman, right?
The entire world is enamored by beauty.
Enamored. No, yes, and they're not.
That's why makeup lines make billions. That's why everything makes billions.
That's irrelevant. That's not why. That was stupid.
The whole world is enamored by beauty.
We're not. Women don't care how you look, Mello. Not as much as you think they do. I know women don't. I know women don't. You could be attractive, conventionally attractive, but you also could turn every woman in the world off by talking like how you're talking right now. Right? Like very few women would be attracted to you based on the things you're saying right now about women. I'm just being honest. Very, very few women, right? I'm not saying no women. I could see like some old women who, some pick me type shit, some old 60-year-old woman. Yeah, I can see that. I'm not saying no woman would, but like the women who you would want, none of them would like you. If they heard you talking like this about them, none of them would like you. I will put cold hard cash on that shit. You have zero shot at the vast majority of women talking the way you're talking. Even if you're attractive. I don't know how attractive you are or aren't. I've never seen you before personally. Right? So I'm giving you said I'll do well for myself. I'm a football player. I was an athlete. Cool. I'm going to give you all of that stuff. Once you start talking though, 99% of women are going to go, That's all I'm saying. You could say women are enamored with beauty. They're not enamored with the beauty of men. Women are enamored with looking beautiful. Okay. That's also men's fault, but whatever. But women being enamored with beauty, meaning putting like your based on attraction type shit. Nah, most women ain't rocking with based on attraction, fam. Not physical attraction. I'm saying not physical attraction. Hey, y'all, hit that poll up there. The poll is: do you like men based on attraction? BOA. Do you like men? BOA. Bang that poll up there. What up, Penelope?
Hey, y'all. Sorry about that.
You're good.
My personal private chef was calling while I was trying to come up. He didn't want to let me cook. But anyways, I think I need help with a math problem.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. So a good man is one that doesn't cheat and doesn't beat, right?
I mean, are you asking me that, or are you asking what most men would say?
Let's take most men.
I think most men think as long as they don't cheat and they got a job and they don't lay hands on their woman and they watch their kids from time to time, then he's a good man. Yeah.
Okay. But then the average woman doesn't cheat, doesn't beat.
Has a job.
Has a job, watches her kids.
Yep.
Okay. So then by that logic, a good man at best is the average woman.
At best.
At best. Okay.
But hold on. I'll take that back. A great man will be an average woman.
Right. Okay.
A great man will be an average woman for sure.
Great, outstanding man.
Outstanding man is an average woman.
Got it. Okay.
Like a regular
That's
woman.
Not even including like the emotional intelligence.
That's what I'm including. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm including all of that because that's what the average woman does too. So include all of that stuff with it. Imagine you get the average woman, but in the man's body.
Yes.
You're gonna be like,
if Johnny had 4 apples,
you're gonna be like, hell yeah, give me that. I'll take that man 10th. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Where did he find the audacity?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So that helps. So then that's tricky because in my relationships, I'm trying to figure out, are either of us a good human being, a good person? So like my relationship, with someone who may or may not be your dad, that's irrelevant.
It ain't my dad. If it was my dad, I would rescue you. I would like literally ask you, I would pull up on you and be like, you cannot be with him. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Not my daddy, but maybe somebody else's dad. Yeah.
Somebody's dad.
Yeah.
it's not my dad. My dad is in my mom's cabinet, so.
So I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be a good person. So you mean to tell me like good men aren't trying to figure out if men are good people. They're trying to justify what they do because they're good men. But doesn't that dehumanize men? If we're not measuring by who is being a good person in a relationship, and we're just saying a great man is an average woman, doesn't that dehumanize men just a little bit? Right? Like, what's the barometer for a good human being? So for a good woman, if the average woman is a good human being, but the average man is not.
The average man is not a good human being.
I feel like that dehumanizes y'all. Am I tripping about that?
That's a good topic.
Oh yeah, I'm running that. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's getting ran.
Like, are y'all not good human beings on average, and therefore to be an average man is not to be human? Like, I don't know. Something about that isn't clicking for me. So if somebody could help me with the math on that.
I don't think most men know what it means to be a good person. That's the problem.
So maybe let's talk about that too. Because like, if we know, like, gentlemen on the panel, do you know what a good person is? What does a good person do as opposed to like a good man? So a good man doesn't cheat, doesn't beat, maybe babysits his kids. What does a good person do?
Help.
Hey, we just
you need help or
hold on. We just ran a poll. It went away. I forgot. What was the question? It was
Do you like men based on attraction?
Do you like men based on attraction? They was like 87% said no. So there was the answer. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I'm just curious if any of the guys in the chat on the panel could answer that. What does a good person do?
Mimi said men think good men are ATMs and security guards. Yeah, the provider protectors. Mello, do you have an answer for that? What is a good man? What is it? What's in a good? No, a good human, right? A good person.
Yeah, a good human being.
Yeah. What's a good person to you, Mello? What's the definition, or what does it look like?
I mean, a good person, just to me, is somebody who kind of looks out for others before they look out for themselves. They have honor, they have integrity, they stand up for what's wrong,
right,
and what's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, it's just a broad question, and that's all in the eye of the beholder, also.
Yep.
Hey, say that again.
You didn't hear what he said? He said a good person is a person that has integrity and they stand up for what's right. And I'm thinking he meant to say fight against what's wrong, but he said stand up for what's wrong, but he meant stand up against what's wrong. So
okay.
Yeah. And he basically said it's subjective though, which is true. That's why we asked him specifically. So he can tell us what he thought. What do you think, Kasim?
I don't really have too much for that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever anybody believes that a good person is what they believe.
Let me ask you this. If a good man is somebody who doesn't cheat, doesn't beat, is a good person also just, is the standard for good person don't cheat, don't beat? Or is it more than that?
Everybody cheat.
Okay, but what do good people do? Quote unquote.
Cheat.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, maybe this math problem is not.
I mean, how do you how do you gain advantages?
What? Who is that in the background? I thought that was another dude on the panel. That's another dude in the background? Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me read this. Tawana said, they make up for being a good person by providing materials, money, and keeping their hands to themselves. Exactly, Tawana. That's what a lot of men do. That's why they so addicted to this idea of like being providers and protectors, because they don't actually want to do the work to be like a decent human being, you know, like emotionally and, you know, like that type of stuff, right? It's like, what? I make all the money and I don't lay my hands on you, and I would unalive anybody that broke in our house at 2:00 in the morning. That ain't gonna never happen. That's the sale. That's the pitch.
So if your woman just didn't cheat and didn't beat, but let's say, you know, she stripped you of all of your finances, she made rumors about you, she thought men shouldn't have rights, she, you know, neglected your family, is that still a good woman? Anybody?
No, I was waiting for them to answer. I'm gonna say no. Yeah.
Sorry, not you.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like the pause is pausing. Like,
I mean, it's hard to answer.
How's that hard to answer?
Because everybody are individuals. Like everybody.
But she's asking you. Why do y'all always do that? She's asking you. What do you think?
Asking me what? I don't think anything about it. I just said it. Like there's nothing to think about with that.
Yeah, it is something to think about for you personally.
For me, no, personally, that's my answer. No, somebody else can answer.
Okay, so no.
That's what you want it to be.
It's really difficult. It shouldn't be this hard. So
it's not difficult. Everybody can make their own decisions.
I know, but this one is about you. It's not about what we're not.
I don't have an answer for it. I don't.
So you hold on, wait, y'all. Wait. So you can't make your own decision because you can't answer the question. You see what I'm saying? You said everybody can make their own decision. Okay, I'm asking you to make a decision. Oh, I can't. Then everybody can't make their own decision then. Like, what the fuck? Answer the question.
Put it this way, I don't have one.
Okay, so you don't have an idea of what a good person looks like to you or a good woman looks like to you in a relationship. You have no idea.
It depends.
Nigga. All right.
Yeah, that's my answer.
All right, we tried it. We tried it. Nia X said they.
Yes or no? You know what I mean? I don't know who the woman is.
Nia X said they don't think.
That woman, yeah.
All right, man. This is crazy.
Actually, at this point, she is literally any woman who doesn't cheat on you and doesn't beat you.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Will you take any woman off the street that doesn't cheat on you and doesn't beat you? Is that what it is?
Oh, wait.
That's a good start.
Christine, are you
right? Okay.
That's a great start.
Wait, Christine, are you telling us you don't have a description in your mind?
He don't got it tight. Bad bitches is the only thing that he likes. That's what he's telling y'all.
You don't have a description of what you believe.
I don't know what a bad bitch is.
You, Christine.
It's said all the time, though.
Do you have a description of what you believe a good woman is?
Hey.
One word, confident.
Ali said.
Like a confident woman.
Ali said. Kasim. Hold on. Ali said Kasim for the streets. Hey y'all, hit that. Hey man, come on man. Let's get them likes up. We should be over 200,000 easy.
I like confidence in women. Like that would be the first thing I would look for.
You like codfish? What you say?
Confidence.
Oh, confidence. I thought you said I like codfishing women. I was like, oh, that's a new.
What the hell is codfishing?
Codfishing. Cod is a fish, but I didn't know what the fuck.
Oh, I never did it. But I'm afraid of that water, bro. I ain't getting out in that ocean.
This nigga can see funny. See me say anything. And that nigga be saying anything, man. Except for when you ask him a direct question. Then he don't know what to say, but when you don't, he'll say anything.
Hey, listen, man, I don't really like questions. I don't.
What kind of nigga don't like questions? You don't like no questions? Like if I ask you what you want to eat, you don't like that shit? What you want to eat? You neuro spicy as fuck. What you want to eat? Oh, I don't like questions. All right, nigga. Brussels sprouts and liver and bratwurst, nigga. What you boil hot dogs and like what?
Hey man, hey look, God ain't put us on earth to starve. I tell you that one.
All right, this shit crazy. Hey, if that woman asks you, you want some vagina, what you gonna say? You don't like questions?
Yep.
This nigga lying through his teeth. Angel said most men like confidence so they could bring them down, so they could bring her down. Talking about the women. So they could bring women down. Most men like confidence so they could bring her down.
So let's say, Kasim, that you have a woman who is definitely not confident, but she's really insecure, and sometimes that results in, you know, a flirtation or two with your coworkers, right? Are you prepared to be a good man, quote unquote, to that woman?
To help her get some bread? Yeah.
To help her get some bread?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
She's a coworker, so I'm gonna help her. What you need? Like, how you want to move up? I'll talk to her in a business way. Yeah. How you want to get there?
All right, man.
What are you doing? What am I doing? How can we make it work in a business?
Mela, what about you?
You say co-worker, you talking about money now.
Mela, what about you? You have a very low confidence, low self-esteem woman, and maybe, you know, she has a past history with your uncle, but she doesn't cheat and she doesn't beat.
Low confidence, low self-esteem. I'm already gone. That's her problem. She need to get that fixed before she decides to be in any relationships.
Well, you missed the point. So you cool with her hunching on your uncle though? Because that's what she asked too.
Oh, I mean, then she for the streets. They can have each other. I'm out.
Oh, okay.
But isn't that like what good is, quote unquote, if we're going to talk about being a good person, which let's say we're going off of the ideal of a good man, which sounds subpar, but maybe, you know, maybe I'm doing the math wrong.
These niggas, oh no, they having a hard time with this math. They put $5 on Kasim head. They said, Erica said $5 for Kasim. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no doubt. That's cool.
We ain't got no choice but for it to be cool, fam. This shit crazy. Nia X said they don't think. And then she sent another one that said, or articulate. Man, you know what's crazy? I ain't gonna even hold you. I was thinking about this shit. I couldn't imagine being in a relationship with a person that was like, I could imagine being in a relationship with a woman that was like less I won't say less intelligent, but yeah, maybe less, like slightly less intelligent. I could imagine that, right? That would be tough, but I could imagine that. But like, imagine being in a relationship with a person that like is unintelligent and uneducated or undereducated, right? I know a lot of women can relate to that. And that's when that shit hit me, because I was like, damn, that's crazy that they be in relationships with these men that could barely speak English. Like, if you really, really think about it, like when you listen to the men talk, they can barely articulate themselves in these spaces. Barely. And I have and maybe they're dating women that can't articulate themselves, because I've met a lot of women on these apps specifically that can barely articulate themselves too. And maybe they're, whatever. But I'm not so sure that y'all not dating the women that can articulate themselves and you can't. That shit is crazy to me. Like, I'm so privileged. Like, as a man, like my male privilege right now, like I am so privileged that I don't, like, the likelihood I'm gonna meet a woman that is like less educated than me and can't articulate herself, like the likelihood I'm going to meet that woman is very low. Very low. Like really, really low. Huh?
Another good topic. Write that down. That's a good one.
What's the topic? How do women stay in relationships with men that can't speak English?
Men not being able to articulate themselves.
Oh. Yeah.
Not every day is.
Hey,
go ahead.
Said, what's a good topic? How do women stay in relationships with men that can't speak English? Ryan.
It's like man's like 90 Day Fiance or something. Just, I forget what show that is where they don't speak the same language. There's some dating show like that where
90 Day Fiance, yeah, because they be getting them from other countries usually.
No, there's one specifically where it's like half of like the men speak English and all the women don't speak English or something like that. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, that's crazy.
Go ahead, Mello. Mello came off from mute. He wanted to say something. Go ahead, Mello.
No, I was gonna say, I mean, that's true, but then why would you stay with a person that can't articulate on your level? I mean, that's another question about yourself.
I think the answer to that question is women are they're just nice people, man. Just generally speaking, they're just nice people because there's no other explanation for it. I cannot wrap my brain around it outside of that. Like they just nice people. Like they be like, bless his heart. He you know what I'm saying? He nice and he ain't that bad or whatever, but like women be making a bunch of like excuses for us. Like a ton of excuses for us. That's what I'm saying. Man, this shit is so crazy, man. I'm telling you, man, if y'all really think about it, you really, really think about that shit. Like really, really, really clock it. Really clock it.
So can I ask you a question, Pug?
Yeah.
So are relationships based off of money?
No.
Okay. So we can move that out the picture.
Yeah. Based on money? Like money is an important part of a relationship because money is an important part of life, but
let's get it out the way. You just said no.
Yeah, no, I don't think when you said that, what I get from that is that like the woman is with you because you have money. That's what I'm saying. And no. All
right, let's get rid of money. What are relationships based on then?
Attraction.
They're based on whether or not the woman has any more fucks to give.
Well, that's how long they stay together. That's not to get into the relationship. I think, okay, look, hold on, wait. I think the relationship is based on lies, the majority.
Language.
I think that shit be based on. I think, hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I think a lot. I think about 82% of relationships right now is based on lies. That's what I think. About 82, 83%, somewhere around there. About 82, 83% based on lies. The rest based on attraction.
So is a lie a truth that's untold?
Come on, man. Undo that riddle for me. What? Conceive is funny, man.
You know the truth, but you ain't tell nobody.
Come on, bro. You can't be this funny unintentionally.
I'm funny as a motherfucker. I'm gonna give you the 100. A truth that's untold.
Yeah, a truth that's untold is like.
You never spoke.
Sorry, BBG. What'd you say, BBG?
I said there's not a truth untold. It's a lie. It navigated.
That's what I'm saying.
And no, but it stopped being the truth once you omitted the details.
Like if some woman asks you, she ain't got to ask you, but let's just say, let's say she actually asks you, have you been tested recently? And you go, yeah. And she goes, what was the results? I'm clean, but the whole time you got the clap.
But you washed up that morning.
But you washed up them. I'm sorry. It would be more like she didn't ask you. You got the clap. You know you do. And then you have sex with her. Right? Like that's a lie. Right? Like that's you could have told her, but you omitted it. And then, yeah. Wicked work. Wicked work. Right? But I think the reason why relationships is based on lies is because for two reasons. I think that men be lying to women. So and that's how they get women for the most part is they be lying. And then I think that women be lying to themselves sometimes, or a lot of times and be like, oh, he gonna get better. He not this bad. This is just a one-off, whatever. And they gotta lie to themselves. Like he has potential, but really there's no potential there. That's what I think. So I think it's based on like two big lies, right? Or like both people are lying, but one's lying to themselves and the other one is lying to the person, right? So, yeah, that's what I think. Because why else? Why else would women be involved with us if not for potential?
Yeah, that's typically what they look at,
right? And why? And how else would we get? And how else would we get a woman to think we have potential if not by lying? Like,
I mean, yeah, dude, yeah, men lie. Like, come on, man. Like, they lie like what?
They lie like a rug. Men lie all the time. Niggas, niggas lie. These niggas lie down. These niggas, they lie. They lie all day. Damn. Lie like a motherfucker. I'm like, damn, why you lying so much? They be coming up and lying. See, this is how I know. This is how I know men lie. Because men lie to me. And I'll be like, I'm not even giving you no vagina. So I already know the depths of depravity niggas could reach for some vagina. Because that shit is motherfucking, I'm in immortal words of the booty burglar, booty is better than water. It's more important than air to most niggas, right? Like, let's be for real.
We in a different age now. We don't know what motherfucking dudes like no more.
What you talking about? They still like vagina?
They on some other shit now, dog.
Some other shit?
We've always been in that age.
I don't know what. What are you talking about, BBG? He said niggas ain't like niggas forgot their with vagina feel. What did you talk about? Niggas.
We don't know what men like because some men like men, some men like women.
Oh, well, that always been
liking men, some men lie about liking women.
Yeah, that's always been the case.
We've always been in that age.
Yeah,
no doubt, but it's coming out now. It is a different age.
It's better now then.
It was hidden before.
Yeah, it's
on statues. It's on Greek statues. If you
no doubt. I worked down on the University of Pennsylvania campus.
Hold on. Hold on. So it's better now.
No, it ain't better.
It is better. If it was more hidden back in the day, it's better now because it's more out in the open. So it's better now. Sir, listen to what I'm saying. You said you don't know what men are on, right? I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. If more men are out now, then you know what more men are on now. That logic of we don't know what they're on now is crazy, because back then it was more, they were more closeted, they were more secretive, right? Nigga, come on, man. Y'all gotta.
I'm not lost what you saying. I'm on your side with that.
Okay, but then I can see.
I was the one disagreeing with that. I disagree with that. I think that it was in paintings, it was on pictures, it was in magazines. It was I didn't have paintings like that.
I'm saying BPG, the men were not
paintings like that.
It was paintings, but the men were not like, I'm saying on an interpersonal level, the men weren't like, yeah, that's who I am.
They weren't admitting to being, I'll say that they weren't saying that they were gay, I guess is the best way to put that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it wasn't out in it was for sure. It was
I get it
all the time.
I get it.
Sure. That's where platonic friendships and relationships come from. Like that whole, if you look into that concept, it is such a weird concept, because like Greece, you know, the Romans, the Italians, all of those, especially those art periods, were all about like putting in paintings
male sexual liberation.
For sure. Like they were doing it, but they weren't considering it that, because they were still marrying women and having, you know, their quote unquote legacy. The legacy that dudes lie about now was the legacy they was lying about then, where they would marry women. But I mean, I don't think that much has changed, and I think that has more to do with men lying than being closeted anyway.
I got something. I got to read this real quick. Hold on, Kasim. Hold on. They said Kasim sitting in his vehicle drinking a 40.
No doubt. What's wrong with drinking a 40, Pub?
Nothing, man. What kind of 40 you got? You got a 211, you got an OE, a King Cobra. What you got, man? The Mickeys? What kind of 40 you got?
Nah, I got one of those cups that hold the ice and keep the ice real cold for a long time.
Oh, okay. And what 40 you pouring in there?
None.
Oh, okay.
Where did you get the cup from? Did you get it from the store? You got
I got it from what's it called? City Trends.
You know what?
City Trends. You got a cold cup from City Trends? I thought they'd be selling shoes.
City Trends, $10, bro.
I thought they'd be. Oh, you got the cup. I got you. Never mind. You got, yeah, they be.
I thought he was saying he had a styrofoam cup, because you know them, for them real alcoholics, when you go to the liquor store,
yeah,
they had
they'll throw you a cup, yeah,
cup and the little baggie.
That's so you don't got to go too far, because you might want to just drink it on the side of the store. So you just take it and they give you the cup right there. And you. Yeah, I used to see them bum ass niggas.
Drinkers in their lives, bro.
I used to see them bums do that shit.
Live with one the other day.
Who?
You was on Franklin Live.
What bum? Who a bum?
You was on Franklin Live with one, talking about one the other day, talking about an old alcoholic. Oh
yeah, he an old alcoholic. Yeah, he got a 1-bedroom flat. He had a 1-bedroom. I don't listen to nobody that live. I don't listen to no 60-year-olds that live in a 1-bedroom trying to teach me anything. Like, and you bitter? You ain't. He made a he. Yeah, I can't do it. I don't respect it. You live in a 1-bedroom new build apartment. You got in on a lease special, 60.
Because you know all of those apartments, when they have those apartments, they always have to relegate some to like Section 8 or low income.
Some old nigga shit. I don't trust you. I don't like it. I don't take advice from you. Yeah, man. Y'all been wilding today. I ain't gonna even hold you, man. Y'all been on some other shit. So did we get to the bottom of it?
No.
No?
No.
Damn.
I don't think we ever actually do, if I could be completely honest with
Most of the time we don't.
No.
We have before, but rare.
I think that a lot of dudes, you know, they gon' dance around. And just like you said, you know, unfortunately, men are sort of conditioned to lie at this point, because Mello getting up here lying on his aunties is crazy work. I've seen people lie on their mamas. on their daughters. Add
Wives.
auntie to the list. It's not. It's a natural progression, but that's crazy.
Yeah, wives. That'd be the wildest one. Be when they be lying on their wives.
Always the wives.
They lie on their wives. I'd be like, damn, you lying on your wife? And then the wife be right there. I did not do that. I'm like, damn, she telling us right now. Nah, man, don't listen to her.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ. Set that woman free.
Like that dude that was yelling about how he don't yell at women, and he was in the live
yelling at women
while the woman was sitting right there.
I don't be yelling at y'all. I was like, damn, bro, calm down. You yelling?
Right here, ask her. Like, sir, that's yelling.
She was like, no. No, you never yell. No, you never yell.
Ducking, like, that's crazy. What is she gonna say? If you yelling at us, surely you ain't being nice to her.
We already know. Yelling at the top of your fucking lungs, having an aneurysm on live, spitting on your phone slippery as fuck, you about to drop it. I don't fucking yell. I was like, damn.
I'm super calm whole time. Every time you trying to see what y'all don't understand. I'm just trying to get to. Y'all just don't. Like. And it's like, sir, we have to mute you 12 million times. We can't even hear your point because you are yelling and being so aggressive that every 2 seconds we have to continuously mute you because you can't control yourself on TikTok Live.
He said, I'm not angry. You're angry. Okay. Cool. I'm feeling good. I've been feeling good. I don't know what's going on with y'all. But hey, it's been real in the field, man. I gotta go with my son. We got some sports to do. It's Saturday. It's the Sabbath. I told y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming up. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Everybody that came up earlier. We couldn't crack 200,000 likes. I gotta get on y'all next. I ain't gonna even hold you. I gotta get on y'all next about these likes. This is crazy. The likes is so low. I love y'all to death though. We gotta work on the tapping. I know we don't be tapping. We be not locked in. I gotta remind y'all. It's my fault. Yeah, man. I will be back tomorrow. 1 million next live. Exactly, Jay Lovely. Can we get to 1 million? I'm not 7-Day Adventist. I was though. That's why I told everybody. I said shout out to everybody for the Sabbath. Yep. We gonna be up in this thing, man. Shout out to everybody that hit the super chats, man. Juniper, Roberts, Trees Top, Beverly, Intently Purposeful, Lisa Thompson, Miss Shining Star, Mrs. True Teller, Dainty Doe, Tawana, Nia X. Appreciate y'all. We did it, Joe.